Alrighty. Alrighty. Welcome back to another live stream. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield. And on Voice of the Rings, I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. We're going to have a blast today. We have a guest, so I'm not sure if we're going to have how many people we'll have here. We'll find out. But I do have another guest on the channel, which will be really fun. I'll introduce him in a second. Azra is here. All right, so this will be fun. He's got an awesome YouTube channel as well. Me and him know each other from the Rise to War stuff. And we're going to have a blast today. And welcome to the stream, everybody. And this will be super fun. Also, got a new strip of lines back here. I'll tell you more details on that in the next stream, too. But I set it up where that works with super chats and stuff. So the helmets are now going to glow and change colors in the whole background. So that'll be fun. We'll have to test that later in a different one, too. Maybe it was just us and, But welcome, everybody, and here we go. Anyway, I'm going to bring him in now. Let's have some fun. Alrighty. We're live.
All right, Zollin.
All right.
Mate, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, everyone. So this is Azra from YouTube. We've known each other from the Rise to War stuff is stuff we knew each other from, but I see on your channel though, you've done lots of other things too, kind of like me and you both have a wide variety.
Oh man, it's so nice to finally play with you. I was looking forward for this day. You know what? How I got to know you?
Yeah.
The first time I discovered you was when I was trying to find some content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War, Dáin.
Yeah.
You were bringing out some guides about Dwarven commanders like Thorin and Dáin. And
yes,
that's when I first got to know you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I definitely big dwarf fan. Yeah, that's
mate,
awesome.
When I saw how you do the Dwarven impressions, I immediately knew that guy, this is someone I can like. Like this guy, he isn't just playing the dwarf, he is the dwarf.
I am the dwarf. I know. People ask me now, like, what's your favorite race in Middle? Like, what would you be in Middle Earth? And I'm like, well, I really like hobbits, and I do like elves and men, but I'd be a dwarf. Like, there's no doubt. That's me.
I can only confirm, man, that fits you so well.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got a couple people on. What's up, Lord Kev? On my stream. I love Eric, dude. He's a great. I love that they did the talking ravens in this game.
He has such a kawaii voice, right?
Yeah. I was really kind of bummed in the Hobbit movies when they didn't have any talking ravens or talking eagles, for that matter. But I kind of understood why they didn't do it. But
talking eagles. You know, when I first saw the eagles, I could never imagine that they are capable of talking.
Yeah.
And I'm someone, I have to admit, I've never read the books of Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
right,
okay,
from the
yeah.
get-go. So I don't have the imagination that they can talk.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, and they were created by, I believe it's Manwë, the one Maiar, right? Who's kind of like I think he's supposed to like the king of the Maiar kind of thing, though he's still under Ilúvatar, right? The god. But yeah, I definitely I think that's why they did it for the movies, because I think a lot of people they were expecting wouldn't have read the books. So they didn't want to make it like weird or cheesy, right? Like I do understand that totally for the movies, but it still would have been kind of cool, and I still think they could have done it like Eric here, done it correctly. Mm-hmm. Make him have like a really epic voice, kind of like Smaug does, right? In the
dude, you are opening such an interesting topic. Just right now, you said Smaug, right? And there is a reason why I want to dive deeper into that. When I first saw The Hobbit, part 2, where Smaug was finally introduced, I was kind of biased. I expected Smaug not to speak. I was so biased at that. Do you know the movie Reign of Fire?
I don't know if I have watched that, actually.
Just a quick summary. So what Reign of Fire did great was it is a post-apocalyptic world where dragons reign supreme. Humanity is at the brink of extinction, and the reason for it is because dragons have consumed every living being.
Oh, whoa! That sounds really cool. I want to watch it now. Is that
and
a movie?
I think even Christian Bale is playing in that movie. Not quite sure, but I think he is.
Okay. Whoa,
And it's
that's
still a
super
nice
cool.
movie. Even in this time, it's still a nice movie.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds really awesome.
But the point I'm trying to make is, in that movie, the dragons are so scary because you can't negotiate with them. They have no intelligence, just wild instincts. The instinct of feeding, the instinct of eating whatever moves. Only who is strong will survive.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
my menu won't
it's
show
also like a half of a horror movie, you can say, because you can't negotiate with them.
Okay. Very interesting.
And that's why I thought, man, if Smaug appears, I want him to be a big of a threat, like the dragons in Reign of Fire. Don't give me the feeling of being able to negotiate against him. You know,
well, Smaug is an exception. Because, like, most dragons in Lord of the Rings still can't talk. Like, some of them have intelligence, but that's very unusual that Smaug is so intelligent. Because a lot of, like, the worms and drakes in Lord of the Rings, they're just like that. They're just mindless monsters, right? They'll just eat you. But I think what makes Smaug scary in the books is that his intelligence is almost above an individual, right? So his IQ is way above. So, like, that's why he, like... At the end, he does get, like... his own pride kind of brings him down, but like he kind of like everyone loses to him all the time because he's just smarter.
Yeah, man, I love that you are bringing the conversation into that direction, because that's what I also wanted to say. I said I was biased, you know, like come on. He isn't supposed to talk. What the fuck is that, you know? But I am glad that he spoke. When I left the movie theater, right? I thought to myself, I was so wrong. I am glad they put it off like that. I've never imagined that level of intelligence being so threatening. Just like you said, he outsmarted almost anyone. Yeah.
I mean, in theory, I guess he really did kind of outsmart Bilbo, too, even. Just since Bilbo had the ring, it intrigued him so much that he was like, it kind of got the better of him. Yeah, it's a good point.
I'm trying to find the exact quotes where I was kind of convinced. All right, he is outsmarting Bilbo. I was watching the movie in German, right? Because I live in Germany.
So, all right, very cool. And I'm from U.S. This is fun, dude. I have a lot of German background though. My grandma is German and Czechoslovakian, so.
Wow! Yeah. I didn't know that.
Now she was born here, but her mom came from there, I think, is what I remember. All right, so I wonder if we can get some other teammates in here. So welcome everybody to the stream who just hopped in. I don't know who else, if anyone wants to join us. I gotta check my Discord too, Azra, and see if any of my Patreons are gonna get on here. It's kind of again a weird time of day for a lot of them, I think, because of probably work. But like we just said, me and Azra are pretty far apart, so it seems like you're not having troubles with lag though, so that's good.
Maybe my internet quality is just that good.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because I had my I played from someone from Denmark the other day with Council of the Rings, and we were fine for like 2 hours, and then a certain time of day came and it got a little bad. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
Hopefully, yeah. And by the way, mate, coming back to the topic, Smaug, outsmarting, etc., etc.
Yeah.
There was a quote which kind of convinced me. All right, that dragon is just too smart, and that is actually what's scaring me. It's even scaring me more than the dragons from Reign of Fire.
Yeah, I know. It's like, wait a second. In them, they're like animals, so at least you can kind of walk around them and stuff. But could you imagine someone that's smarter than you that size? Like, that's really scary.
What was it he said? I think one of the first quotes where I noticed he is smart is when Bilbo tried to sneak his way out with quotes like, I am a barrel rider, you know, mentioning all the titles he has just to impress him. And he was running out of ideas. He then said, barrel rider? Smaug reacted like,
I know, lovely titles. He's like,
it.
what else?
Exactly,
Yeah.
man. That's when I knew,
It's
all right,
scary.
he's just toying with me right now. I am an idiot.
Exactly. Ugh. All right, no worries, Jeffrey. Thanks for coming to hang out.
Can we get
Daniel,
some
it's
meat
6 p.m.
or just
If you're still on
mushrooms?
later, I'll join. Okay,
Stop.
we're yeah, we'll have a
also
fun time at your
built
friend's
this
birthday, but I think we'll
Mapstone.
probably go for about 2 hours. So I don't know if how long you'll be gone, but don't worry, we're gonna do another one later for having people join too from my
Let's
Patreon
also
or
build the
subscribers.
furnace.
So don't worry, guys.
And I think I got some
Yeah,
iron ore, so we can also repair
nice.
the forge.
Let's see. Can we both build? I've got a. Let's see. Let me build. I'm gonna
Yeah.
build a bed right here, just so we have kind of like. There's mine.
Can we share one bed?
No,
it
I
says
think
Zollin.
you gotta. Yeah, I think we both have to make one. And since that quest never goes away on your screen, that's one thing unless you do it, you probably want to make it.
Man, I just find it funny how my first reaction is, can I share your bed?
It's like
First reaction, man. Can we
personal
cuddle?
bubble space, my dwarven brother. No, that's funny. All right, let's see here. I need to kill some rats or something because I need to get some meat. I brought some lammas bread with me from my server, but I'm gonna kill a couple rats out here. Yeah, this will be fun though. In about 20 minutes, I'll send out a message again on my Discord and see if there's anyone that wanted to join us that can right now. And then, because I know I had about 4 or 5 people that wanted to join, but obviously, whenever planning a stream is challenging because, you know, we all have our life, so it's hard to kind of match up time schedules sometimes for people.
Yeah, I know
Alright,
what you mean.
nice.
What I also
It's hard
want
enough
is
just to get
some
like us
torches.
together. Yeah.
Let's also get some torches. It is so dark in here. I'm scared.
Yeah. No, it would be nice to have a little more light here. Let's see. What can I?
One over here.
Um.
One over there.
Oh yeah, we have a lot though. Should we do one or let me? I'm gonna do one inside here too. I'll put one here. I noticed, I don't know if you've noticed this, but again, I have a really good system, so it doesn't really matter now, but it works a lot harder when there's a lot of light sources. So I guess graphically. So if
Yeah,
you're at
that
like your
makes sense.
base, I've noticed that that's the hardest spot, is a big base with a lot of like torches and lights. All right, here we go. Why is it not?
Did you also notice once you start creating many torches that there is a sweet spot where, or a threshold where the game just says, all right, too many torches, I'm going to delete the first ones you have created.
Oh, really? I did not know that. I've never gotten that many. Have you made like a really
Yeah.
big fortress and then that happened kind of thing?
Well, I'm a friend of creating torches every here and now in my
Oh,
bases. I
okay.
want it well lit, so there comes a point where the game just can't keep up with remembering the torches you have created so far.
Oh, got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. You know what I realized? For some reason, I left my pickaxe at my other in my other world. So I'll just have to use this one until I can make a better one here in a couple minutes. Not that big of a deal. Oh, here we go. We're gonna sing.
Leave it to us.
Make me the perfect miner, king,
I think they updated the audio in the game. The singing is louder than it was, and I haven't done anything.
Oh, I haven't noticed that yet, but I will pay attention to it.
That's good, because it was way too quiet before. At 100%.
Opal the iris, silver the bone.
Dude, I love the harmony, because our different voices. That's so good. I appreciate it as actually someone who sings in choirs. I love the harmonies.
So whenever we sing, we get a buff, right? It's called
Yes,
Dwarf
so now
Frenzy?
and there's no stamina loss. So while you're using your pickaxe, so you can pretty much infinitely hit while you have that on. You don't get tired.
I never noticed that. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's kind of awesome because that's one thing when it comes to mining and crafting. I get so tired of in some games where you get like tired and your guard's like always, and it's like whoa. Wolves. I was like, I hear them. They're nothing against your axe. I've got my first stage sword.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair, right? I should craft tier 1 weapons, and
Yeah, dude, our
that way we could enjoy it more.
Yeah, dude, no, it's fine, because when we go in there into the mines, we're gonna have a lot to deal with.
All right.
Dude, our voices conversation, that was kind of cool. I didn't realize early in the game there's like conversations between the characters, because I've always done it solo.
What did we just say?
They were like, "Oh, did you see that?" Oh, my guy like answered and started talking to you, which was kind of cool. Because normally it's just your character talks to himself with one little line. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna clean up our front here. So I guess we'll just prep this, and if you want, we could like reset the day here. I think, do I have enough meat now? I can craft myself some meat here too.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably just craft myself. Oh, I guess, there we go. Eat that, and then I can craft there. Craft one thing of meat just because I gotta get the quest done. Even though the mushroom thing is good.
And by the way, if I craft
Table
something
of dirt,
to eat...
what's up? Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
If I craft something to eat, can you eat it as well from the table?
Yes. So if you craft
man, if that is the case, then just go for it, man. I have enough mushroom for us both.
Yeah. So, and usually it's good probably just to make one or two, because obviously, as you know, they rot on the table. So yeah, you can, like, one of us can just make 2 meals, and then like we can sleep and then wake up and have the meals ready. I love that so much. So we could actually probably sleep right now, huh? Now to think about it. While we wait for the food, unless you want to craft here. Let me eat that, and then we'll craft some more mushroom.
Yeah.
Maybe craft 2, and then we'll.
2 is enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone of today, if any of my subscribers want to get in and play with us, you're welcome to join me in Azra today.
Yeah, man.
That was kind of our. We had. Oh. Uh-oh. I hear goblins.
It's so dark, Zol. What have we done?
I've got someone. I wish I had a PC, Daniel says on my stream, that I could play it. It looks a lot better than Gollum. Yes, it's a lot better than Gollum. This game is very good. I did. I covered it on the channel. In fact, I played the whole game during streams.
Okay, I haven't played it yet. I just saw some reviews, but that's it. What do you think?
Unfortunately, I love the story, but the game is super unfinished. It has all sorts of glitches. It's not optimized well. Like, this game looks better, and this game runs better than that game did. So,
oh boy.
Yeah, it's not great. So if you're gonna play it, I'd recommend getting it on a sale, like a good sale, like $10.
It sounds like it was a quick money grab.
Yeah, it's a shame too. I feel like something happened there, because I could tell that the creators that made the story really did care, because the story was really good, but the game itself seemed very unfinished. There was definitely a direction. Like, I could see where the fun would have been if it had been done correctly, but yeah. So, but this game is awesome. Return to Moria is freaking awesome. Such a fun game.
Could you imagine a world where they create Lord of the Rings Online, but with these graphics?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, I know that you play Lord of the Rings Online.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
I have an issue with the graphics it has.
They've been doing, again, it's one thing I find very interesting about this game is that it's such a interesting art style, right? Because I've never really seen a game that looks like Return to Moria. Like, I'm trying to think of one that looks just like it. There's really not. Like, with the way they made, like, the little bit of cartoony, but still realistic.
Yep, exactly. And the only reason that is keeping me from playing Lord of the Rings Online is the graphics.
I personally love the graphics in Lord of the Rings Online, personally, because they've done a lot of updates and stuff. But I completely understand. It's a very niche game. So, like, I appreciate your opinion. I do totally get it.
I'm not trying to hate on the game. I'm just saying, like, I'm coming from a World of Warcraft background, right? So I do know where you are coming from with cartoonish graphics.
Yeah.
I have lived that with World of Warcraft, but the formula they have with their cartoonish looks have already spoiled me. I am spoiled with their taste.
Yeah. I played a lot of World of Warcraft in the days with my cousins, but I personally I've always liked the graphics in Lotra better than WoW. But I just like the art style because I mean it comes down to the fact that like yes it's a graphical thing with both of them because they're older games, but for me it really comes down to the art styles because they're obviously Lotra's not going for realism, right? Neither is WoW. It's the look they're going for. The certain when they made it. So, but I don't know if you've played or seen Lotra recently in the last like 5 years, because it is about 10 times better than it was 5 or 6 years ago.
Zol, I have seen it. In fact, like 6 months ago, I had downloaded it just to try it out. But man, I was so super bored of the graphics that after 5 minutes of gameplay, I stopped playing. And it's a shame, because I think if it had the graphics of Return to Moria, I can imagine that I could have continued.
Yeah, and I mean, in those kind of games, they are niche games, right? Too with the MMOs. I think a lot of people in Lotra community are in the thing where we're like, oh sure, we'd love different looking updated graphics, but we're afraid that if they do that, it'll be a terrible game, like so many games lately, like failing because they're just bad like mechanically, right? Because they're glitchy for people. Because obviously one thing about like World of Warcraft and Lotra that's so great is that pretty much anyone can play it. Like you don't have to have a great computer. Like again, I just had the comments from my channel here where they were saying that a lot of them were like, well, I can't even play Return to Moria because of the graphics. It's just too good. So which is a shame. Too bad they could.
What about the combat system, Zol? I mean, here in Return to Moria, I love this combat system.
This combat system is so much better. Have you played Valheim?
No.
Okay, so this game is pretty much a very similar rendition of Valheim. So look at that, we're crafting at the same time. Very, very similar to Valheim. But the combat, I like the combat in Valheim, but I like it much better in this game. The combat in this game is pretty fun. What do you think of the combat in this game?
I agree. Everything you said makes sense. So I do like how you have to aim here, that the possibility that you can charge and have various different effects with your weapons, right? It depends. Yeah. Like the hammer, it has the specialty to smash armor. That's something an axe can do.
It's true.
And also the knockback effect. I like the uniqueness of the various weapons.
And when you block, you can hold the block. I love that.
Yeah.
And I like Valheim, you have to like time the block on things or it doesn't work. And I really, it's so much extra work and it just doesn't feel realistic. Because obviously in real combat, you can hold your shield up, right? And block things over and over. Like that's really what they did in Shield Walls. So yeah, it's awesome. I really like that. I agree. My one subscriber was saying, Fred was saying, he said he thinks Lotra graphics really shine in the ambience for the characters and enemies, lack of bit of compared to more modern games. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point, Fred. That's a good point. Yeah, I definitely think I've always said this to a lot of my viewers and stuff too with Lotro. I kind of use that game as my canvas, right? Like I do, like I don't know, 60% of my content is usually in that game, whether it be the game or me doing lore videos with that as a backdrop, right? Because obviously, if my channel, Azra, I kind of do like a lot of things, a lot of different subjects, I guess, long as they're Tolkien-ish.
And you're doing a great job, by the way.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, you guys gotta check out Azra's channel too. So I linked your channel in the comment ahead. So
I did the same, mate.
It's in both the comment on the stream and something else I put it in. Wow, we got lots of coal now. I'm like out of room actually. So this is anyone else in my stream that wants to join us. Oh, dude, that sound effect for my pickaxe breaking was kind of awesome. We're gonna have to try to get some more friends, or otherwise, I think me and you, since we have such good gear, Azra, we can probably get to the mines really quick ourselves and start like looking for black diamonds and goodies.
All right, so count me in.
Yeah, so that mean you can bring stuff back and things. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Where are you, Zol?
I'm gonna run back to our base to dump stuff in a chest here.
All right.
And then I wonder, have we got any? We haven't found any black diamonds yet, so we're gonna have to keep kind of. Usually they could drop off orcs too, right? Like
Yeah, you mean the
patrols.
end bosses, right? The end bosses?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think like the little, you know how the little patrols come through sometimes with the orc and 2 goblins? They kind of like checking things out. I've gotten black diamonds from that.
I didn't know. All right. Lesson learned.
My one subscriber who plays Lotro with me, he also plays Final Fantasy, which is a great MMO too.
You mean Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah. He really likes that. He's like, you can always play that. It's 40% off right now. So he's trying to convince me to play. The problem is that it's not Lotro. What do you think of Final Fantasy 14? Have you ever played that?
I have tried it, man. And again, it starts with
Not
the
your game?
graphics.
Oh,
It
okay.
started with
So
the
you-
graphics, and
So
you know,
let me.
there's something that's bugging me. Whenever I attack something,
Yeah.
if I can't feel the impact of the hit, that's
Oh,
a
you
big-
really like the animation of like an effect, not just like you're hitting through it like air kind of thing, right? With most MMOs do that.
Maybe, I'm not quite sure,
Yeah.
but I am sure that in the game Terra Online, it's similar like
Dude,
in this game.
Terra, I was gonna bring that up. I like Terra Online. I've played many
Thank you
hours of
very
that
much.
game. Yeah, it's a good game.
But they ruined the game.
You want to
do
explain it
remember
though,
how
so,
they
since
ruined
they're
it?
listening? Yeah. I have not played it in like 4 years. I played it back in the day for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And then I literally just didn't have time because, I mean, again, I play a lot of Lotro with my kinship and stuff originally in the past, and now that I have my own kinship with our channel here, but yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with too many MMOs.
But let me just finish what I wanted to say here, because there is a reason why I stopped playing Terra Online. At first, it was amazing, lots of fun. Whenever you blocked, parried, or hit the target, you really felt the impact. There was lots of timing involved in it. And if you got hit by an enemy, it was totally your own fault. So you can't blame the game mechanics.
Yeah. True.
You could charge up your attacks to make your attack even heavier, but there came a time when
if anyone wants to join me in
so
game,
big and
play with
friendly
us.
that it ruined the game.
Talk to me in Discord,
you know,
guys. You're live. Okay.
Whenever you did a skill,
I can mute.
there was
so I can
an automated
talk at the same
suggestion button which says, "Oh, you used ability X. You know what combos the best with ability X?
Yeah.
The ability Y. In order to chain that ability, you
I remember
either press
that,
that button manually, or here is a little automated suggestion that just click on the jump button and we will do the combo hit for you." And that's where the game got so automated that I said, wow.
Yeah, too automated. And see, that's funny because you say that. A lot of people, I've had some direct complaints about Lotro that doesn't have enough automation. Literally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's interesting that you say that about Terra, which I agree with you. I think that was what made it fun to do your own timing and learning how to fight. Because I actually love the aiming in Terra because it felt like a classic MMO. And I usually interpret a classic MMO, so everyone listening knows what I'm saying. I usually interpret that as something, from 10, 15 years ago-ish time. And it has that certain engine style, right? With like tab targeting most of the time, even though I considered Terra still in that area, even though technically it wasn't really a tab targeting, kind of MMO. But again, like realistically, that's why I say classic. Obviously, like RuneScape's a classic MMO, but I don't really feel like it's in the same. It's like its own special thing because it's kind of like the down look. I mean, I don't know if you ever played RuneScape, but I'm a little younger end for RuneScape personally.
RuneScape, isn't that League of Legends or?
It kind of has the look of League of Legends. RuneScape was a really old MMO that was like the graphics. Like you probably would not like it because the graphics for me were even a little much. But like the new one is like old. It's called Old School RuneScape. It's the new app, but basically it's kind of almost like. It's almost like 2D, even though it's still 3D, and it's like you're looking down at your character as you play and run around, and it's very, very old style. It's because it's from like, oh gosh, I think almost 30 years ago RuneScape came out. It's really old. Maybe not quite that old, but.
All right, RuneScape. Maybe
yeah,
I will give it a try.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a very it's a very niche game for those people who play it, but a lot of people still play it. A lot of people play RuneScape.
I see prey ahead.
Oh.
Oh, mate, I just forgot to drop every item I had into a chest. Oops.
Oh yeah, you know what? Me
Diving
too.
into a
I
conversation with you does that to me.
I know. I do that too.
I'm so distracted by talking. Oops. So we have coal.
Yeah,
Maybe,
Elvin was my one subscriber was wondering, do you like Black Desert Online? Because of its really, really awesome graphics, the MMO.
Yeah, I have seen it and I've also tried it out. It seems amazing, but sometimes when I see the abilities, it's overwhelming.
Oh yeah,
yes,
it is a little bit crazy.
I'm not sure which class. Was it the monk or something similar like that? He is creating a spirit bomb like some Goku and even more. And I said, wow, where does this stop being a game and starts becoming Dragon Ball?
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, no, it's so true. It's so true. Yeah, that's definitely something I have noticed in that game. It was a little overwhelming even, and I will say they added a lot of automation to that game, Black Desert, like on an insane degree, more than Terra did, because you can like literally have your character like run to the next quest, which is actually kind of convenient sometimes, but at the same time, like, it's almost too easy for me personally, just because I grew up with the World of Warcraft and Lotro and games that kind of, obviously Lotro has really updated the way of following quests compared to how it used to be. It used to be hardcore. Now it's like, we have a quest tracker, you know, that kind of thing. Also, your helmet looks awesome.
I have a hunting bow. Do you want that hunting bow?
I have a crossbow with me.
All right.
So I'm good on that. So.
And what else? I see crystal flare. I'm never using these crystal flare things. So what do you do with them?
They're just for throwing. If you click R and throw them, they're literally just for being a light. I think in the future you can craft with them a little bit, but I don't know if you can or not because I haven't seen an option yet. So you can usually just kind of throw them to get rid of the darkness, and you may need them in the. I don't know if they're like stronger, you know, for getting rid of evil. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it, but well, should we try to get to the next spot?
Yes,
let's try to find the elven place, and then hopefully maybe we'll get some more dwarves who want to play with us here later. But it doesn't matter, we can just play duo.
And one of my subscribers is asking what kind of shield I am using. Thorn, the shield I have right now is the shield of Balin.
Oh, very cool, very cool.
You will find it later. There is a Balin chest. Once you have it, you get the recipe, I think.
Yes. And I'm using the... Which one here do I have? I'm using the heirloom shield. This one.
And I like yours even more than mine.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool too. I appreciate it. I like the square one too, though. It's pretty cool. Well, I guess it's not square, but you know, squared off.
And Zol, since you are such a Lord of the Rings expert, I do have a question for you. It just came to my mind.
I'm gonna be tested. Okay, go for it.
There was one of the dwarves. I'm not quite sure who it was,
What's
but
up, Gandalf,
maybe you can
Gollum?
tell me. He was trying to reclaim Moria together with the expedition team, but he was killed by the Watcher.
Well, you know what?
Do you remember who it was?
Yes, you know, you actually already mentioned his name with that shield. I think you said Balin, didn't you?
Is it? I said Balin, yeah, but didn't Balin die within the mines instead of in front of Khazad-dûm?
Yeah. Wait. So the expedition retaking the mines. Wait, I know that Balin probably did. Huh. Wait, you're saying when they went back to retake Moria, right? I need to know. There's a lot of times that dwarves were take a step back, but you're saying like after the Hobbit
after
movie?
Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, after the Lord of the Rings. Okay, yeah. Because in the Lord of the Rings movies, we see we see the tomb, right? And that's Balin's tomb, right?
Exactly.
So he's the one that went to retake Moria, and he also had Ori with him, I believe. No, wait, is it? I think it was Ori.
Was Ori the one with the slingshot?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And Ori is the one that has the Book of Mazabul, or the in the movies. Remember, Gandalf picks up out of his hands to read in the Fellowship movie.
Yeah.
That is.
I remember that scene.
Yeah, that is him. So that is him. They're dead, sadly. So he's the one that wrote, we cannot get out.
Boy.
That they are coming, kind of thing. So
All right, help me understand a bit more of the lore. When you say Book of Mazarbul,
yeah.
Who wrote that book? Why is that book so important?
That was basically the history of them coming into Moria, and that was Ori making the records, I believe. He was the one writing that book. So that was the whole record of the Balin's expedition to try to retake Moria. But again, at that time, they had no idea there was a Balrog, right? So, and then obviously the Fellowship comes through later after they've died. And then, of course, that's why Gimli's so sad when he finds their tomb. Because, remember, he probably knew them well. Because Glowin is his dad, who was one of the dwarves with Balin and them on the Hobbit journey, right, to retake the Lonely Mountain.
Yeah, he was probably chilling with them every now and then.
Yeah, as a dwarven child, pretty much. Yeah, and then later. So, yeah. So
when you say dwarven child, like, did he already had a beard, or
probably? I think dwarven children have beards at like 3 years old. So yeah.
Oh wow.
From at least we don't know like 100%. Tolkien, I don't know if specifically said that, but everyone just assumes that they grow a beard very early. And maybe they come out with a beard. I don't know.
And how did Balin die now? Was he eaten by the Watcher, or was he just stung by him? What happened there?
I don't know if he directly fought the Watch. I mean, or the. Oh, you know what? You know who died to the Watcher? Now that you say that, that was oh gosh, it wasn't Dwalin.
Don't say Dwalin. Don't say Daddy Dwalin.
No. It actually wasn't Dwalin. Dwalin, I don't think came on this expedition. He died of old age, actually. But
thank God.
I think, or I forget what Tolkien exactly said, but he died somewhere else. He died very old. Dwalin lived to like 340, which is getting near very old for dwarves. Dwarves usually live, it seems like, between like late 200s to a little over 300 to sometime closer to 400, but that's really rare. Even
is
in Lord
it similar
of the
like
Rings.
Dunedains, or how old do Dunedains get?
Yeah, they actually live a little bit longer than the Dunedain usually, or Dunedain, however you like to say it. They live about it just depends, right? Because a lot of times if you look through the history too, they age more over time, right? So like obviously during the death list, the first dwarf, he lived over 1,000 years, and then like the age kind of drops off. Right, they get less and less, and then it goes to around 250 to like 400 is kind of like an average dwarf life in Lord of the Rings, and that's around the third age. The Dunedain. I mean, what did Aragorn live to? I think he lived to like 250-ish. I don't remember off the top of my head. Anyone remember that in chat?
Yeah, it sounds
Look it up.
Familiar.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. So they're like blessed with like a time, over 2 times the lifespan. Now, granted, there were some in the past that lived even longer than that. So again, the age dwindling thing. Honestly, it's like real life. In the past we had people that lived so long, and then
How comes that Durin the First lived so long?
I think he just was. I don't know if he was like extra blessed because he was the first one created by the Smith God, or I'm not sure. And if you go through the history, his generations, like the generations after him, lived a decently long time too. But then at a certain point, they got to where they are now, right? So it's kind of like similar to almost like, honestly, like the Bible, right? With like, like Methuselah living about 1,000 years. It's very similar. I think there's some inspiration there from Tolkien, obviously, for that with the ages.
I hear water.
Before we sing in front of the statue, shall we establish a base here, or shall we withhold that until we reach the Forge of Narvi?
I think we should get to the Forge of Narvi and then work on that just to catch up, and then we could get to the mines and make a base there, because that's probably the best spot. Oh,
Agree.
this is so. Let's just listen to this awesome song. I love this so much. Here we go. Let's do it.
Was young, the mountains green, no stain yet on the moon was seen, no words.
It's pretty awesome.
Why do I have a female voice?
I know. I was actually thinking that same thing.
What's happening here? That's not me.
That's funny.
I noticed that the buff you get from singing in front of Durin statues, it's a one-time thing. You will never get the same buff again until you reach a new statue.
Yeah.
And maybe it's even the strongest buff in the game, right?
I would make sense.
We will have a look into the buff after it triggers.
It's still pretty awesome. Yeah, did it change your character's voice when you came in the game?
Durin wakes from sleep.
Only when I sing, but
You
when
can-
I...
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I guess you could probably, I think in character thing without, careful with your character, but I think you might be able to adjust the voice. I'm not sure though,
Yeah,
with the character
but I
creation
need to
later if you want
log
to.
off for it.
Yeah. Alright, we're breaking through.
So look at the buff. The power of Durin flows through Khazad Dûm. Bonus to stamina, health, energy. Cures despair. Ooh.
Wow. So I wonder if you get those in the deep ground. I don't want too many spoilers, but have you gone into the deep ground on yours? I'm assuming you have, because you've got the higher level gear. Like
I've
descended into the
deeps.
scary. Yeah.
But that... Oh, you mean that one?
Yeah,
narrow-
like the really scary narrow drop that like you go down there, you just start taking massive despair if you're not.
I've kept that for later. I want.
Yeah,
to
I
dive
have too.
into-
I haven't. Yeah.
Isn't that the route that leads to the
You too, Glenn.
Nunanis? The Nunanis? I don't want to say it. Maybe it's too spoiling.
Yeah, I think so, possibly. I know, yeah, I haven't actually gotten there yet, so I'll probably cover it this week when I play through that area. All
No,
right,
I
here
was
we go.
keeping it. I was keeping it for when I finished the game, as a bonus material.
Yeah.
What was Tolkien calling those beings? Are we okay to talk about that, or would it be too spoiling?
Oh. Most people I think on my channel know about this name because I talked about it in the past. And it's in Lotro. You call them the Nameless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now here's a thing that I learned, Azra, yesterday. Sorry to change the subject. I'll go back. You see the orc camp with the banner. You know how you can break the banner to get the key to open it, right? To get stuff. Well, sometimes the orcs themselves drop stuff, and I found out if you don't break those banners, you can actually farm them for orcs when they respawn after a day or two in the game. And the orcs will drop black diamonds over and over. So we don't open the chest. So we may not want to kill the banner, but like this one we could, but there's other ones like we can use them as like farms to get black diamonds. Also,
I didn't know about that. That
I
makes sense.
just learned about that from one of my subscribers who was like, hey, maybe you shouldn't break those. I was like, oh, really? So,
Alright.
yeah, so maybe we kill these guys and see if they drop anything, and then we won't touch the middle thing. All right.
Here we go.
Barukazon! Oh, well, we're going to slaughter them.
And by the way, I've noticed that you are using the burning enchantment. Shall we talk about the enchantments?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I've actually really enjoyed the burning one. It adds so much damage to...
All right, so you said it's adding damage. I thought when you have the mithril enchantment, it's doing the same. It says when fighting against orcs.
Oh, I'm
do
sure it
increase-
does. I don't even
it
have
does,
the
but
mithril one yet
It,
in mine.
it does. But when I did the side-by-side comparison, the damage increasement was just 1 point.
Oh, interesting. It probably depends on the type of unit you're fighting, I bet. Because I know with spiders, the fire damage is insane, like in bugs, and it's pretty good against orcs and stuff. Well, we might, maybe, if these guys don't drop much, maybe we do need to go ahead and just kill these ones and find out, and then get whatever their chest has, because I think we're going to need the black diamonds and stuff, so we will have to kill.
Don't worry about that.
We'll go
I
ahead.
have 28 black diamonds with me.
Oh, okay, well, we'll leave it up then. We'll see. I'm kind of curious to, like, you kind of test
Look
that.
at them. They're just waiting here.
They're just watching us. It's like a creepy little. They're just little watchers. Let's see. Let's go to the forge.
It's like a Shadow of Mordor, you know. They're just waiting for their turn to get a what was it? Promotion? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I had one of my. Yeah, it's true. It's promotion. Yeah, I was at my friend's. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you probably know who Nerd of the Rings is. His channel. He said. He just hit 1 million subscribers. He's the first Tolkien channel. Like, I'm pretty on, like, any social media, I think, that's hit 1 million on subscribers. Props to him, man. That is such an achievement.
I sometimes will help moderate a little bit for fun. I'm kind of like a guest moderator on there, so I hung out with them for a few hours yesterday with their live stream. I had my...
by the way, I do know who he is. Every now and then I do consume his content.
His awesome lore. Yeah, it's pretty fun. So we had a blast.
Was it Yoisten or who was it?
Yoisten's Men of the West. Yeah, he's great too. I love his channel. It's fun to they're pretty fun guys. We've been playing Return to Moria together too in that. All right.
Yeah, they've invited me to their videos. Thing. It's so fun watching you guys.
Thanks. Yeah. I know, that was nice. They gave me an invite to play. I was like, oh, absolutely. Me and him and I don't know if you saw a long time ago in the past. We played. We kind of got Matt to try out Lotro because me and Yoisten are longtime Lotro players. So we did that. That was like I don't know, 1.5 years ago. That was a long time ago. All right, let's see. There's if I go up here, there's we got to bring the piece up here, right? Where is the piece? Right. Let me go ahead and craft a little stepping.
First, we need some light. It's too dark in here.
But yeah, it was good to see you too, Glenn. One of my subscribers like, I saw you on the stream. Yeah, it was fun. It was really sweet. I didn't realize they were gonna. His moderators had asked me to make a congratulations video for Matt, and I was like, oh sure, I'd be happy to. But I had no idea they were gonna have him show it during the live stream. I was like, oh, so embarrassed now. No, it was a fine video. I'm just kidding, but.
Okay, gear is placed. That one is done.
Nice.
Now I think only one is left.
Where is the pipe? I can't find the pipe.
I think it was outside.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It might be actually in the Dwarven camp area over here. Let me look. And once we have this, then I thought, oh, here we go. Some more orcs. Let's see if they drop anything. I'm curious. Oh, there's the pipe. Yeah, I see it. Oh, our elven quarters were under siege.
Oh, it's already considered our quarter?
Yeah, I know. That's funny. I guess it's more like, yeah, it's ours now. I'm not seeing these ones drop anything, so maybe it's only in the mines that they drop the black diamonds. Oh, that's why, because of the camp. Aha, goblins, come at us. Oh my gosh, we're gonna slaughter these guys. We're so strong with our good weapons.
I think it's... Oh, they're still coming. But we need more light within this room. I'm the torch guy. Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Placing torches everywhere.
Oh, thanks, Brad. Appreciate it.
You will handle the fighting.
Yeah, our goal here today is...
I'm just a construction worker.
Sounds good. Oh, yeah, they're gone. They're running. All right, well, we're set.
One. And let's also lit this.
Sweet. So, and again, any of my subscribers would like to join us in this world. This is a new random world seed. We're gonna try to harvest a bunch of black diamonds and other goodies to bring back to our worlds. We will let other people join in. I'm gonna double check real quick on my Discord to make sure I don't have anyone
Sure.
who is asking to join here.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna make sure that we are safe within these walls. That should do it. And some light doesn't hurt. One here. One to the left. Yeah, now we have some fire. How about here?
All right, there we go. Just let people know.
One more there.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I like the wall. It looks very nice.
Thank you.
Well done. All right, so now let's see here. At this point, we're kind of flying through the beginning here, which is awesome. Oh, did I not grab the wheel that was out there? I did grab the wheel, huh? Or the pipe we need.
Yeah, so you take care of that pipe. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
it nice and cozy within these walls.
All right, sounds good. There it is. All right. Replacement pipe found. Guys, we're doing plumbing. It's great. All right. All right. Gotta just check this real quick. There, okay.
Man, I hate that it's so dark within these halls.
Yeah. I know, it really is. Have you adjusted the brightness setting to where it thinks you should have your brightness too?
Yeah, I have done it.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine. If I make it any brighter,
It bleaches it
fun
kind
of
of
the
thing?
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's taking away the fun of the game. It is supposed to be a bit dark.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the whole I like that they did that though. I think that's cool that they Okay. Oh,
You like our cozy home?
Oh, yeah, very nice. Darn it, I dropped it. I was like trying to get up and I tried to throw it and I just hit it and it fell. You know, this is great. I love it that you put the fires around. That looks great. Now, do you want to build one milestone here, just so we can come back to the forge in case we need to? Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
I think they should add a milestone that you build here at the forge. But maybe they think that'll be like too easy or something.
Gonna place one right in the middle here.
There we go.
Capstone.
We got it. The pipe is in.
There it is.
Oh,
Ooh.
here comes the epic horns music with the forge. Aha! Warm! Music's so epic, dude. The music in the game is so well done.
By the way, I would like to talk about Dáin Ironfoot, shall we?
Yeah, oh dude, such a good character. Of course,
Man,
I'd be happy to.
When I first watched Hobbit Part 3,
Yeah.
Gandalf kind of left it to our imagination what kind of character Dáin has, because when Bilbo asked him what kind of person Dáin is... Oh, we have to defend.
We're getting attacked again. Wow. Okay.
Again!
I thought we just got attacked. Wait a second.
Come and get it.
Oh, you know what? Are they gonna try to get in up here? Technically. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's kill some goblins.
What was I saying?
About Dáin.
Yeah. So
yeah.
when Bilbo asked the Gandalf what kind of character Dáin is, he said that he always considered Thorin to be the more approachable one, or something
reasonable.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more reasonable.
I actually. Yeah.
And that made me think, all right, maybe Dáin is a stupid person. Maybe he isn't really ordering with logic. Maybe he's too aggressive for a dwarf.
Yeah,
Maybe that's making him a bad leader, you know, becoming biased because of that.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. That's one thing I didn't really like in the movie, because you want me to tell you the book version of him?
Yeah, please. I would like to see the
Dáin in the
comparison.
book is I I think they did it to kind of as a joke for the movie, like, oh, he's way more unreasonable to Thorin, because Thorin was... It's funny, though, because in the book, both Thorin and Dáin are way more calculated and cautious leaders than they are in the movie. So, like, for example, I'll give you an example. Dáin originally was at the Battle of Azub... No, I can never say it. It's a huge, long word. But it's the big battle of the clans against the Orcs way back before The Hobbit. I don't know. I think it was like 100 years before The Hobbit, I think. But something like that. I don't remember the exact dates. But basically, gosh, man, this is a lot of goblins. Dáin actually looked into Moria when they were trying to reclaim Moria, and he saw the shadow of the Balrog. And Dáin was like, no, we're not going in there. Which doesn't really line up with the Hobbit movie, right? So that's one of the reasons why Dáin didn't want to let Balin go on his expedition to Moria, by the way.
Yeah, and
he knew
when
that.
Return to Moria, you always receive those letters where it always repeats Dáin urging Balin to not proceed with his expedition.
Yes, correct. Because he was still worried that the Balrog was still there, which he was correct on that, right?
If you ask me, Dáin sounds like a very reasonable leader.
He does. That's why I didn't like that quote very much in the Hobbit movies, because I felt like Dáin is like one of the more reasonable dwarfs leaders there is, because a lot of them are kind of more stubborn, right? Not all of them, but some of them. So like I saw that in the movie and I was kind of like, I get the joke, but it's not really Dáin Ironfoot at all. It's not really how he is.
Agreed. And after we witnessed him firsthand how he does things, I must say that I grew kind of fond of him. He isn't like Gandalf explained him.
No, in the actual, like, when he's like gives him a hug in the extended edition and like, you know, how you doing, cousin? Like, he's really well done, like his voice character and stuff. But like the whole being really impatient. Now, granted, the part where he yells at the elves to get off his lawn, basically, that felt right because the dwarves would not have been happy with that. But I think the way Gandalf characterized him, how they had him in the movie do that, where he's like unreasonable, that's not really Dáin. He's a very reasonable leader. He just is, as all dwarves, stubborn on certain points that, you know, you just have to know they're going to be stubborn on that point.
Yeah.
Like, it's our mountain. Get away.
He's totally right. I mean, you can't say anything against that. He's just standing his ground.
Oh, I gotta say something real quick about subscribers. What's up, Robert? He gave me a super chat. Hey, Robert, look at the lights. So I just got a light system in my room. When people do a super chat, it changes to the super chat color, and that was the first one, Robert. So Robert says, "Hello, Lord of the Rings geeks, another Lord of the Rings live stream, baby." Yes.
Hello,
and we're here with Azra, and we have just built up the Elven Forge. And if anyone else here, Patreon or subscriber, wants to join in and play with us, you are welcome to today. But yes, very cool. Yeah, it looks awesome. Sweet. I'm glad it worked. I did a lot of work to make sure it was automated, that my lights would automatically change color, and they sure did. That looks pretty awesome. The helmet's behind me all lit up.
You should eat something, Zol. You're starving.
Oh no! You're right. Oh wait, what? Oh,
food is ready, man.
Oh, okay.
Go
let
for
me
it.
have this. Okay. Also, we need to make some.
For you.
I know it's daytime in the game here, but we probably should craft a bed here just so we have a backup, right? When we come here. How much? Wait. Oh, we don't have that much cloth. You know what? We should hold on to it. You know what I like to play? You know what I'd like to play? Like a little imagination game. If you were in real life in this location, where would you place your bed? Oh. I always like to sleep in corners because corners give me a safe feeling. So like this. Yeah, that's a good question. What about you? I think that, like, yeah, I definitely would want my back to have a wall with, like, or something, but I'd probably want to have it near where I wouldn't be freaking freezing. Yeah, that makes sense. With like here? I mean, probably, yeah, probably, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in the middle of the room. I would if I'm thinking about it, I'd probably, honestly, the forge itself, somewhere up here maybe, just to get something, but, so it's warm. But, you know what, honestly, back here, dude, like this room. This would probably be a safer spot. If you or something up on an edge like this, where you can kind of look out over everything, but you know there's only one way up the stairs, this might be a good spot right here. If I was being like super, if there were actual orcs to think about, yeah, that's probably.
You know what? When I already selected the spot, I think this is my sweet spot. That corner. I'm also having this on my single player.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so by the way, I did get a black diamond for killing orcs without opening the box. So that person was, so that's cool. I'm going to hold on to that black diamond. And why don't we head to the mines? What time is it in the game right now? Morning, so we don't really need to sleep. I think that we should head over to the mines. What do you think? And we kind of establish that base, and then we can do, we can actually do some more mining.
Yep. I'm just dropping some items into a chest here.
We've gotten pretty far for just an early run in this game. We should definitely bring our... Do you have any cloth, though? We should probably bring the cloth with us just so we can...
Cloth? Yeah, I have 50
Oh,
cloth.
I guess we can come back, though, with the teleporter.
And let's not forget that we need to place some doors to the side entrances here, or else they will invade our base while we are gone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll just put a wall up on both sides. That's a good point. They'll just break everything.
It's really
stupid
dark in here.
goblins. Let's see here. Stone wall. I guess we could put doors up too, but or I could just do one giant wall. It's not even fully. I mean, they can't get by it. That works. It's a wall. All right, to the mines.
To the mines. Let's go.
Sweet. Now we have a teleporter to get back here if we need to. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. My whole back of my room now is glowing the tier of the super chat.
Fawn is asking, how did you join a new world with such an equipped commander? How is that even possible? Fawn, that's easy. Zollin, do you want to explain that?
Yeah. So pretty much your character and their inventory is completely saved separately. So you can join your friends' worlds with all of your gear as long as it's either equipped or in your inventory backpack. So like, it's pretty awesome. So
and guys, one piece of advice: there is a mistake I did, and I lost all of my single-player progress. Your single-player progress isn't saved into your character; it is saved into the world you create. I'm saying this because I come from a world where I played Diablo 2, and in Diablo 2 the world is created around your character. When you delete the character, then you lose all of that progress. But here, it's completely different.
Yeah.
It's the world.
Yeah, it's a lot more like if any of your subscribers have played, and mine I know, like Valheim or yeah, it's a lot like how Valheim works, almost identically actually, with the world versus like your characters. Though I'm pretty sure in Valheim, I think your character is still kind of tied to your world. Now that I think about it, I'm trying to remember, which is kind of interesting. This might be kind of a more unique style the way that they did this game. I think it's so cool that you can like move your character around because you don't have to make multiple characters then, and it also feels like the game is it has a lot more replayability. Not only is Moria already kind of monstrously large, right? But you could just go on a different world and there's differently generated rooms and areas, so it's like you're having to re-explore things. I think it's kind of cool.
So we got one piece of Duran's axe already, and now we need those Narvi Muznakan carvings. One is here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Did you already grab the Ori ones?
I think we have a couple.
Yeah, because at the very front. Because it's the Ori one, and then the Narvi one is here, and it's just those two at this point in the game, right?
One of the subs is asking, how is the lore within this game? Easy. So you remember Lord of the Rings, right? So after Lord of the Rings is done, and correct me if I'm wrong, Zol, Gimli is leading an expedition. How many years after Lord of the Rings is finished?
So so Tolkien tells us, if we're gonna go like canon lore, like from what Tolkien exactly says, he tells us that I forget how many years later that they do come. I don't know if he gives a defined time when they come and reclaim Moria. So the only fidgeting in the lore pretty much is they kind of compressed like when they retake Moria, and I don't know if Gimli was necessarily a part of it. Tolkien doesn't say he wasn't though. That's the thing, right? When he was older, he is right now. So I think overall, for me personally, the lore has been a very nice balance of things that completely make sense with obviously some reality, right? And like a lot of lore when it comes to the like locations in Moria, and obviously, of course, they've kind of imagined how they look, but you know, the fact that like certain locations look, the naming of things, stuff like that. Obviously, you see a lot of stuff from Gandalf. I don't want to give anyone spoilers, but you do find like Gandalf's hat and stuff when he's Gandalf the Grey. I think that's kind of awesome. So yeah, overall, I would say the lore is a big plus for me, especially coming from someone who actually does some lore videos of Lord of the Rings on my channel. I definitely was very, very pleasantly surprised. Let's put it that way, Azra. I was really happy about it.
Man, I love the fact that you know so much from the lore, like considering the books, because I'm quite the opposite. I started reading stuff online just to, you know.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the compliment, but I mean, I always, it's humbling because sometimes I'm like, I don't know everything. Because like, when I come to my friends, like, you know, Nerd of the Rings and Men of the West, their channel, they're like, you know, they know every little detail where I'm like, oh, I didn't remember that one. But
we will
I
get
appreciate
there
it,
eventually. We just need a bit more time.
Yeah. It's, but I appreciate it. There's definitely, you pick up a few things after you start doing it as your main thing on a channel. But sweet, here we go. Let's do this. Oh, I need to use your pickaxe. I didn't upgrade this one yet. Thank goodness you brought your good one. We can just go in.
This is my only legacy.
Yeah.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
Mines of Moria. I hope you will lead to Dwardelf and some treasures along the way.
Balin's colony outpost. Oh, almost 50 years after helping Thorin Oakenshield reclaim Erebor from the dragon's smoke, Balin led a company of dwarves to Moria. Unfortunately, the colony only survived within Khazad-dûm for about 5 years before they were tragically killed. No!
And that, by the way, is totally on the dot with lore. Like, that's what Tolkien told us. That's all perfect. So again, everything they told us, like a lot of the stuff, the only thing they added and made up were the things that, you know, made sense but had to fit in, kind of thing. Because obviously Tolkien gave us so much information, but there were spots that for a video game, like, you still need to kind of fill in the blank, kind of thing.
You know, I just noticed how World of Warcraft is stealing so many things from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I think it's a compliment though, right? Because it's like, you know, what is it? Imitation is the biggest form of flattery, right? As the saying goes.
Exactly.
I think that obviously Tolkien is the father of fantasy, and I actually read a book on this. I have a book about it. But like, you know, D&D, World of Warcraft, all of these kind of genres, they're pretty much all like their creators literally said they were inspired by Tolkien originally. So that's probably why. Probably.
Shall I try to remember as many points World of Warcraft has stolen from or copied?
I mean,
if I say stolen,
yeah, I would, yeah, inspired, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
You probably won't get everyone mad at you who plays WoW then.
I mean, we all respect Lord of the Rings as the father of the fantasy world. So
oh yeah, definitely.
People, I hope that people are intelligent enough to understand that
The
I
difference,
have no ill
yeah.
meaning while making the the comparison.
I'm sure. Yeah. I was just kidding. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So
Yeah.
the
Go
sort
ahead.
of-
Go ahead.
Of course, orcs. You know, like, come on, it's obvious. Orcs.
Yeah.
Tolkien created it, and everybody just immediately copied it. Orcs, of course,
Yeah.
they are the bad guys.
Yeah. Exactly. I think it's
But-
interesting in WoW though. I know you can keep listing things off, but in WoW didn't orcs can be they're not always necessarily bad guys. Like obviously they are most of the time in WoW, but like compared to
even
Lotro where
necessarily,
they're
you know?
just always
And-
evil.
I wouldn't even say they are most of the time evil in World of Warcraft or Warcraft in general, since they have their own culture, and in their culture it is just normal to fight to the death for honor, for glory. It's not like you're getting shunned for it if you do it. Challenging someone to a duel for life or death, it's called Makgora. If you die, you just die. You will not experience any vendetta from the side, from the family side, whose person you just killed. No vendetta.
Yeah. It's very, very interesting. I think it's pretty cool though how they do that.
I love it. So I have to give it to World of Warcraft.
As a story way.
They used it as an inspiration, but they gave it a whole nother spin. They have their own culture. They aren't really bad or good. It's really coming down to
a little more gray, like
individuals.
other races, right? Yeah, like because at Lord of the Rings, like it's pretty black and white. Orcs are pretty just evil. They don't really have a choice, really, and there's actually a reason for that. I actually did a video on my channel that literally says what are the differences between orcs from Warcraft and D&D and Lotro, like Lord of the Rings. So I had a lore video on that. All right, let's see here. Oh my goodness,
mate, you gotta give me the link to that video.
Yeah, I made it like a year and a half ago, but I'll link it. I think you'd like it probably.
But it sounds evergreen to me.
Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. I think it's so funny. I'm my worst critic, right? With my videos, like people are like, "Oh, I love your video." I'm like, I'm my own worst critic. I obviously.
But by the way, someone is asking. Earth is asking. Can you visit Erebor Kingdom in this game? I think not. Right?
I don't. I think everything is in Moria. I think it's all in Khazad-dûm. Yeah. I actually. It's funny he said that. I was talking with everybody the other day when we were doing another stream, and I was saying I would think it'd be really fun if they added like an expansion to this game or something that allowed you to go to like Erebor or Gundabad or.
Man, I hope they will do that.
That would be kind of fun. That would be a fun addition.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
Let's see. Only time will tell, right?
I mean, yeah, and the game, the game I think is really reasonably price pointed too, for. It's not a max expensive game like today, because games are always like $60, at least US dollars today. I don't know how much for Germany. How much was it for you? In
40 euro.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a similar amount because it was 40 US dollars. So those are pretty close on currency.
He's also asking with a follow-up question, is Dáin Ironfoot also in this game? And so far, I can say only within letters. Yeah, like
yes.
You witness how he is communicating with Balin's expedition team. He is urging them not to proceed since he fears that there is still a danger lurking within the mines of Moria, but nobody is listening to him.
Yeah,
the expedition team still proceeds.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting, this game. I think this game, this is something that you'll probably find interesting too. I think the people who made this game had a liking for Lord of the Rings Online, the MMO that we were talking about earlier, because a lot of the stuff that Lotro has already done, this game is kind of doing, including like, how the Watcher room, when fight the Watcher in this game, how it looks. If you play the Lord of the Rings Online, the raid boss, the Watcher, because there's a raid boss, fight him. It looks really similar. It's really, really similar.
Another outpost of Balin's.
So I just think that's kind of interesting. Oh, look, here. Okay, here's the outpost. We can repair this and set up here, I think.
I will join you soon. I'm just getting some copper for us ready.
Oh, nice, nice. I'll start just building the hearth here. But yeah, it's pretty. I didn't follow up the follow-up question I think that your subscriber asked. So
he wanted to know if you will encounter Dáin Ironfoot here.
Oh,
not personally.
I have not. I don't think so. It would kind of be weird if he was here. But it would be interesting if it was like the end of the game you saw him. Like even if it was just in like a, you know, like what is it? A scene, right? A trailer. A cut scene. That's what I'm looking for the word.
You know what? I actually have some more questions in regards to Dáin. You know, the only reference I have is from the movies, but you know him also from the books. So, that being said, when I witnessed his character, I was amazed by that guy. Why was I amazed? So first of all, he is very loyal to his kin, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy has a leading position. Isn't he leading the dwarves from the Iron Hills, or where was it?
So he was leading him from the Iron Hills, but he actually becomes king of
exactly
Durin's folk once Thorin Oakenshield dies in The Hobbit.
And that's where I wanted to lead the conversation. So that leader, Dáin, had the opportunity of denying Thorin's request and just let him die, right?
Yeah,
because might corrupts. Might corrupts. He could have done that.
Yeah.
Instead, he chose
true.
Loyalty and family over might and greed.
Yep. It's true.
So I fell in love. Yeah. I fell in love when I saw that in Dáin, and I said, "All right, there is more to him."
Yeah, I really like the dwarves in Lord of the Rings just for that very thing, because there's very few dwarves that would like give up, you know, a family like or anyone in their clan for that kind of stuff. And obviously in the movies, that you know the dragon sickness with Thorin, and he's like getting kind of like greedy. I really didn't like that very much, because that's another like if I was gonna say another, I like the Hobbit movies, by the way. I know some people really don't. I really like them. I think they're really well done.
Me too, man.
But
I love them.
But yeah. So personally, I like the Hobbit movies. But when it comes to that, I found that I didn't like that part with the dragon sickness. It was too much, because that is a thing in the books, but the fact that he's like gonna like throw Bilbo over the edge in that one part, and he's like getting so like he's not gonna help his dwarven, you know, fit outside. That didn't really happen like that in the books, sort of. It didn't seem that harsh and extreme. Let's put it that way. Even though I love the actor of Thorin in the TV in the movies.
But you know what? I know what you mean, but I kinda am okay with the dragon sickness, since I always have to tell myself it is a sickness after all.
Yes.
You can't do anything against it once you.
Yeah, it's true.
Once you got it,
yeah.
It's just hitting you, and then you're just a victim of it. And what effects does it have on a character? That's it. It's just changing your character.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, and that is a kind of that's a good point too, because then it's not as it's not, you really can't blame Thorin for it, right? It wasn't his choice. So, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good point.
And I really had to fight myself. You know, I wanted to blame him. How can you betray all of your members, your friends and family, just like that for the treasure within the mountain? Is that even worth it? But then I had to always hit myself to reality and say, dude, he's sick.
Yeah.
You have to accept that it is an actual sickness.
Yeah, and that's why oh, there's a bear right here. And that's why I think Balin's part was really good too. Because wow, that bear is now not here anymore. Yeah, that bear is very dead.
I got no chance.
Yeah, but that was definitely something you know, in that too with that's too Balin really helped that situation for me in the movie, because he seemed so upset to, you know, he has dragon, you know, sickness kind of thing. Like that was kind of like cool. I thought that was well done.
And I think I really underestimated that it was a sickness after all. At one point, Balin mentions, dragon sickness. I've seen it before. It is twisting your mind. He starts to explain it to Bilbo.
Yeah.
And, dude, I'm sitting there in the cinema, listening to his explanation, but still not willing to accept that there is something like that as a sickness. Like, come on, man. Don't Don't come
Yeah.
with that mumbo jumbo stuff. That's not real. If your psychology is weak, of course you will suffer from it. But just be a man. Don't accept the
Yeah,
sickness.
it's not the same level of greed as like regular greed. Yeah, it's because dragons have a little bit of evil over them in Lord of the Rings, since they're not just a creature like in other stories. They're like they were made by like Morgoth, right? The evil god, basically.
Oh.
And
That I didn't know.
yeah, so I mean that's their creation. Obviously now they're in the world, they're a creature, so basically their greed when they sit on a treasure for a long time causes it to become basically tainted, right?
Oh, I love that explanation.
So
Continue.
Yeah. So that's kind of what Dragon 16 comes from. They're so, Smaug is rather evil. Obviously he's really intelligent, but since he's been brooding, is what Tolkien calls it, on that for so long, that basically they just become it becomes tainted. So if you want the treasure, it can pass to you. It's basically kind of where the idea of the sickness comes from. So and then it basically can cause you to be greedy, just like the dragons, because the dragons, that's why they always bother dwarves, because dwarves usually have really cool treasure and they want treasure. They're very greedy. That's kind of a trait that dragons all kind of share. They're extremely envious and greedy, like really. And I mean, that's kind of through a lot of mythology, but obviously that's where Tolkien was going. But yeah, so that happens.
I got a question.
They come.
I got a question.
Brood,
Like,
and that's what happens.
Could Gandalf withstand the greed?
I don't think it would necessarily affect Gandalf as much. I would think so. Like, for example, Gandalf would not have been able to withstand the ring's temptation, because from my knowledge of the ring affects someone stronger based on their abilities. So, and there's a couple other factors, but for example, Gandalf's so powerful, he's a Maiar, it's basically an angel creature, right? The ring would have been bad because it would have been really powerful on Gandalf, and he would have wanted to use it for good, like he says in the movies, right? But it would corrupt him, and he knows that, so that's why he doesn't want to touch it, right? Literally, like physically. Same thing with everybody else, right? Because it's got part of Sauron's soul in it. It's trying to corrupt people. Like, it's like, it's kind of what's going on there. But yeah, it's a good question. It's interesting. I don't know if Gandalf would have been affected by the treasure in the mountain, though, because I don't know if Gandalf would have cared to have the treasure. I think that's the thing, right? So, and the dragon sickness is definitely, since it definitely seemed like it only affected Thorin, right? Because it's kind of his treasure, right? Because he's the rightful king to it. So I think that may be why it affected him. Again, that's a total hypothetical.
Right. That sounds like in order to trigger the sickness, you have to have a
claim it,
feeling within you, like a feeling of you claim it, right? That feeling is mandatory.
I think so. Okay. I think so. Again, that's just a hypothetical. That I don't know nothing of that from any books. That's just my own thoughts on it.
But it sounds reasonable, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Also, my one subscriber, Fred, was saying on the movies there is no time to show the sickness slowly evolving, so it can seem harsh in transition. Yeah, I think that's a really good point by my one subscriber. That is because in the books it's a little easier to kind of see it like creeping in, right? And in the movie they wanted to make it striking, right? So they probably kind of like blew it up a little more in the book because they wanted to make it really obvious. People don't miss it that it's a thing, like that it's an issue. Because it definitely seemed to play more of a part in the movies than it did in the books, even though it was definitely a thing in the books. Absolutely.
Zol, before I interrupt you, shall we quickly go back to our Elven Forge Hub and get the Elven Wood to repair the rune table?
Yeah. Do you want to use these beds to reset the day real quick since it's night?
Yeah, let's go. But I will cook something for us.
Oh, perfect.
And then we can sleep.
Okay. Sounds good.
So what is the plan now? So we will go back to the Elven Quarter. Let's sleep.
Let's grab our stuff. And then I'm wondering if we should I think the biggest goal today was I'd like to have at least 3 black diamonds out of this, because my run I ran out of black diamonds because I'll tell everyone else again watching and listening to our streams. someone told me that if you don't destroy those banners in the middle of the orc camps, that it'll keep respawning orcs, and then you can farm the orcs for more black diamonds. Because that's a problem in my solo world. I actually was like 3 black diamonds short because I made a mistake on one of my milestones and I couldn't break it down because it glitched out. The milestone like couldn't be I couldn't get the materials back out of it. I couldn't destroy it. So then I was like, well, great, I'm out of black diamonds. So, but also it'd just be fun to have more options, right? And have more stuff to bring back. So
rest assured, once you proceed further in the story, you will get more than enough of them.
I'm sure.
In the beginning, it's quite hard to farm them, but later you just have too many of them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you can make all the milestones you want at that point, I'm sure. All right, here, I'm gonna teleport over to the forge here.
Will we declare the Elven Forge our main hub for the time being?
I mean, I think we could probably make it the main hub because we have the teleporter, right? And then if we, honestly, what I love to do when we're mining and what we could do right now is just make sure we bring enough to make, since you have so many black diamonds with you, make a transporter anywhere we are so we can just come back and then just fly back and then break it down and keep mining together, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Just gonna prepare our little furnace area here. We will need to create lots of those here.
I've got some more fun comments here. So let's see. Let me make sure I say his name right here. Desolate? Wait, I'm gonna probably make this name messed up. My subscriber here. Dustlerlery. I can't quite say it right. He said Morgoth's ring thing, where he puts part of himself into Ardar itself, so that the gold may have been a bit of Morgoth in it, calling the dragons to it. Oh, interesting. Maybe. That's an interesting theory. He's saying like when the world, the song that Morgoth kind of... So obviously, I don't know if you know as the creation story of Middle-earth, but basically the Ainur and Maiar basically sang a song and kind of created the world with that. Morgoth kind of did like a dissonance and kind of added his own thing in. So I guess I think the theory from my subscriber is, tell me if I'm wrong, that maybe he corrupted some materials in the world and maybe that's why there's like evil on the gold. But I think it's an interesting theory. I don't necessarily think I would think that was the case. I think it comes down to that the dragon is evil and he put in kind of his essence into the gold as he sat on it for 100-something years. But it's a cool theory.
Right,
it's always fun to make hypothetical theories of fantasy fun stuff.
Please bear with me a second. I'm still getting my items ready. Iron ingots. Go back.
Thank you for liking the video, Mac. I appreciate it.
Damn, I love this game.
Don't forget to like, guys. Like and subscribe if you're not already.
Ranger's Journal. I got 2 of those.
We're playing Return to Moria.
Hero's token.
Also, guys, I don't know if
do you
saw...
Do you have 1 hero's token? If yes, we could craft the first.
Yes, I have it right here.
Where shall we place it? In the mines or here?
Is this the honor one? Is it the honor thing you're building?
Yeah, the honoring your ancestors.
I would build it near our like teleporter.
The mines.
Yeah, or you could build the mines, or you could just build it right here. Because if we come back here over and over, we don't even need to really build the mines base because we already had good gear and you brought teleporter stuff. So, because then we could teleport, do this teleport back to our spot every day.
I'm ready. By the way, we need elven wood, right? Elven wood for the room table. Let's quickly get it.
We do, yeah. I kind of wonder if we should break down this one camp just so they're not right at our front door. So they don't... These guys.
That's one more for
I mean, as long as they don't invade us, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I don't think they do invade. I don't think hordes and attacks invade.
Consider them black diamonds delivered right in front of our door, so we welcome them.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah,
Hello there.
General Kenobi. Oh wait, you're not doing Star Wars, are you?
I am totally into Star Wars, man.
I thought
You're a bold one.
Doing the Obi-Wan. I love that, man. Hello there. I'm a big fan of. I know a lot of people don't like. I don't know what it is with the hate for the episode 2. I understand there's a lot of memes and in the episode like Attack of the Clones prequels, but I like the second and third one.
Man, I must admit, I love every episode of Star Wars, episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
You know, the prequels. I don't understand why they get so much hate. I love them.
Yeah, I like them. I understand. I think the only thing I understand is like the memes, like where Anakin's making the comments about sand getting everywhere, like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of hilarious. But again, I feel like that makes it better because it's an awesome meme.
Yeah, indeed. It has meme potential. Not
Yeah.
every movie can claim that.
Yeah, it's true. I also really, man, I love the Attack of the Clones because I really like the whole Geonosis battle too. It's like, I just love that part. Also, dude, you remember the part where Obi-Wan's running and he, from Jango Fett, and he's got like the seismic charges, like he's dodging in space, dude, above Geonosis? That is so cool, that part.
Yeah. By the way, when Mace Windu killed Jango, there was something that caught my attention that I wasn't aware of it. Usually, Jedis don't kill, right? They only destroy droids. Destroying machines is totally fine for Jedis. That's fine. You aren't taking away life. But usually, Mace Windu isn't killing either. The only reason why he had killed Jango, that at least that's what I've heard, is he was reading the moves of Jango with the Force, and the Force told him that Jango would stand exactly where he was and fly away. So Mace Windu attacked in a way where he would cut off Jango's legs because he would fly to the sky, right?
Yeah.
But since his jetpack was malfunctioning, instead of cutting his legs, he instead beheaded him. Did you know that? Like,
That's an interesting theory. So does that mean the Force made a mistake? or Windu made a mistake?
it sounds like that, right? The Force didn't understand that machines can malfunction, like the jetpack malfunction. It sounds like that.
Oh, interesting. I've never heard
Stupid
that
Force.
theory.
Stupid Force.
That's interesting. No, yeah. That's very interesting.
I'm not sure how true that is, but somewhere in the internet I have read that, and it's
I mean,
still
it's a
in my
cool
mind.
theory. Yeah, definitely. I mean, and I know it depends on the Jedi too, because like Jedis usually don't try to kill because they're just peacekeepers. But I do know that like, most of the Jedi aren't like against killing if it has to be like to protect someone or something.
Yeah.
But there obviously are Jedi who are like really against it. It depends on the book you read and the Jedi you're talking about. We know Anakin wasn't against it. Oh, no, just kidding. As he turns evil.
Oh, that reminds me of another interesting topic.
Can I hit more than one tree with this ability? Probably can.
Oh, Aule Bloom. Aule. Who was Aule again? The creator of
Al-
dwarves? Who
yeah.
was that?
Ale is yes. I'm trying. Yeah. Yes. Correct. He's the Forge God.
And how did dwarves got created again? Aule did experiments. He was like kind of curious what Eri Iluvatar did, and he tried to do the same, or what was it?
Yeah, so basically they were creating the world, and it actually, so he had the plans to create the elves, the Iluvatar, and then Ale was like, he's like, oh, I want to make something too, basically. So he made the dwarves, but he didn't have the power to give them spirits, like life. So they can only walk around with him, right? Because there's only one true god that has that ability in the lore.
That makes sense.
But so they could walk around him and move around. But then Iluvatar found out and basically said, "Why did you do this behind my back? Like I didn't say you could do that," kind of thing. And then so Alu was like, "Oh, I didn't realize I wasn't." And he realized that he wasn't doing it out of malice, right? He just wanted to do it he wanted to create him, right? Just because he thought it was so neat that Iluvatar was doing that. So then basically, Alu was actually going to kill his dwarves. He was going to kill his creation. Like he was all like about to do it, and Iluvatar basically pitied him in a way of, because he knew that he didn't mean to do that, like evilly, like for of course Morgoth obviously did everything evil, right? Corruption, but he basically tells him, no, don't kill your creation. I'm gonna allow them to be in the world, And he said, in fact, I'm going to give them souls. He said, I'm just going to put them to sleep, though, and make them wake up after my elven children. So, in theory...
That's so lovely.
Yeah, it's a good story. In theory, the dwarves were actually created physically first. I don't know about their spirits when they got their life, force, but then, of course, the elves were awoken first, and they were in the world for many thousands of years. I don't even know how long. It was a long time. And then the dwarves woke up, basically, from their hibernation that he put them into. And that was during the Deathless and the other 6 dwarves, basically. Which were basically the 7 heads of the clans. Which is why, we know about Durin's line, but we don't know about the other lines, right? Which kind of cool in this game because you see lots of different looking dwarves, right, for character creation. Which kind of makes sense if you're talking about, well, all these clans came to help Gimli retake Moria, right? So from all over the world, the south, the north, the east, from everywhere.
And by the way, we can port to the mines.
Oh, yes, it's true. My guy is hungry. I'm going to have to cook something real
I'm
quick
going to
here.
make some food for us, ready on the table. 4
Okay.
roasted fruit pieces.
Okay.
And the room table is repaired now.
All right. Do we have a repair thing there? Forgot it.
I think we are lacking iron to build that repair smithy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I only have 1 piece. Okay. I'll just wait for the food. We'll just... I just
Wait a
realized...
second, we have one. Here it is.
Oh, cool. Nice. Here, we'll both stand in the exact same location. I like how it pulls us in the same spot.
And when does it make sense to go to sleep? Right now, would it make sense? What is the indicator of you should be going to sleep?
If the sound thing in the bottom right corner is really red and doing the eye, that you want to sleep because that'll get rid of that. And if it's late afternoon, so we probably should sleep soon. Just so we can have a full day to do the mining.
Let's do it.
All right, here, let me add one more thing to the food pile here. You want to eat that last one, and then we'll craft some more for the morning here. Oh, do we have any more? Can you add another stew?
Yeah, let me see. We like 3 mushrooms, though.
Yeah.
That's fine. We will find something along the way.
All right.
Sleeping.
Yes, sleepy time. I like how the sleeping in this game works. It's really nice, I feel.
For some reason, why isn't my dude sleeping? Do I have to craft it?
Is your guy hung? No, that doesn't make sense.
No longer hungry.
You should be able to use this bed. It says it's already claimed by you. Oh, weird.
Now it's working. Wow, that's strange.
Maybe it just glitched. I mean, overall, this game has so little glitches. Obviously, we talked about the one with the running, but it's pretty good. The game's pretty good when it comes to not being glitchy compared to Gollum.
And I'm just so happy that I didn't try out Gollum.
So yeah, I think you probably dodged a bullet there. All right.
Here we are, the mines.
The mines, indeed. So my problem is I just realized I still have a basic pickaxe, and I have a good one just at my other world. I don't know if you'd be willing to real quick let me get on my other one and grab it.
Sure, go for it, man.
Do you want to... The problem is, though, if I leave, I think it'll kick you out, so we'd have to rejoin, both of us. Because I'm hosting it.
All right.
So maybe you just walk away for a second. It'll only take me 30 seconds, so let me just... We can just go into our little house here and then log out for a second, and then... I also want to make sure you can leave, because I don't think it's an issue, but I think it's always probably better if you log out first. Just leave world first, just so it doesn't cause a glitch or something. You know?
All right, leave world, confirm.
All right.
And I'm gonna...
Okay. And then I will also... Let me just hop into my own real quick for a second, and I'll grab it.
Yeah, and I will also activate the just chatting window for the time being. Guys, you see, this is my room. This is my place where I create content. First time you're seeing this much, right, in the background? I know it is. I know it's not really like a YouTuber studio, but we will get there eventually.
I know. Little by little, I'm finally getting there. I've been going for a while, and I just added. Literally, I added lights like yesterday, like in the back. I've always had good lighting in the room because I did that a few months back, but I didn't have any colored lights, so it's kind of fun. Let's see there. Oh, I see. It actually flips the world list. Interesting. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here, all my viewers live. We'll have to do another one.
This is also giving me an opportunity to change the voice of my dwarf. For some reason, he was talking in a female voice. I have no idea why.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. All right, so here's the question. We probably don't need the special light for this. So I think I'll bring my good pickaxe. You know, the what is it called? The legacy one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I will. And you already have a really good one, right? So we're set there.
Actually, I'm using Durin's pickaxe. It's already finished.
I see. Okay. Now, does that one count as a masterwork, or is it just one you can use?
It's a masterwork, and I'm not quite sure which one is better, the Durin's axe or the one pickaxe which doubles the.
I have the quartermaster, right, which is the masterwork.
Yeah, let's do a side-by-side comparison, because I was wondering which one is mining faster.
I feel like the Durin's axe is probably better just because it's end game. I would assume. Do I need to bring anything else? Should I bring us some food or anything? I have some extra food, just so we don't have to worry about that.
We will find it along the way. That's part of our journey.
That's true. That's true. I'm over here just being lazy. I think I might bring a.
Shall I bring my Lamborghini?
Yeah, exactly. All right, sweet. So I guess we're set. I have my thing. And now people can see how easy it is to just switch gear and stuff. It's so nice, dude. So nice. There we go. And then I will... And here's the best part. So I could actually just leave some stuff. But we might need some of this, so I won't right now. All right, leave world. All right, so I'm going to reload this up. And I'm not going to worry about the code being shown right now, just because we only have a couple people here, and if anyone wants to join, they can join. Because the code won't matter later, because the code regenerates the world every time. So like if people watch it as a video later, they can't like get on our world or anything like that. Even if we're playing later, because it regenerates the code. Which is kind of cool from a streamer perspective, you know?
Don't worry, Zol. I already got you covered with the code. Nobody can see
it. Nice. Though I actually just realized I do have a thing. I can just click this and be like, bloop. All right, host. Here we go. I will. There. I sent the code to you.
By the way, Zol, what I wanted to ask you, it's about Rise to War and 2.0. Is it time that we entered that topic?
I don't. I'm curious how many people playing Return to Moria are going to care about Rise to War. They're such different games, but I mean, I am down to talk about it a little bit. Sure. Yeah. Have you you've been playing it, right?
I've been playing it on both of my accounts, evil and good.
Okay. Yeah, there's some stuff I really like, and there's some stuff I really don't like. So it really depends. You know, one glitch that I found that's really driving me crazy is the fact that you know how you used to be able to strengthen, refine, and unequip all from your character as you're putting armor on? Yeah. You can only refine from the item store, like the item backpack now. So when I was strengthening my gear, I didn't even realize that I was forgetting to refine. Because I was thinking, I guess purple gear doesn't need to be refined now when I first started the 2.0. And then I found out, yes, it does. You just have to go into your items to refine now, which is a kind of, I feel like they'll probably update that. But that was kind of like a huge thing I found. I was like, uh-oh. Oh, it's the dark. It's the middle of the night. Interesting. Weird. I guess we got to rest again.
Okay, let's do that. Do we have enough for... Look. There is a bug. The bug. This is a bug. I had Rangers journals within my inventory.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why does this happen?
You know what it is? I know what it is. I don't think it is a bug. I think it's because the Ranger journals are a special item that are only for that world, and they don't want it to get stolen by mistake to another world and then make it where you can't finish the quest.
Oh.
I think that's what it is. That's a guess, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay.
which actually kind of makes sense now that I think about it more. Because that'd be kind of a bummer if you took the Ranger Journals to another world, and then you were in this one, and you're like, why can't I finish the quest? You know?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna dump a bunch of stuff here, and then I think we should go and do some mining. We have a bunch of elven wood. Do we need to build anything else? I think we can probably just sleep after this food is made.
Yeah.
I actually have a bunch of extra food with me too. I just brought some salted pork. Just, you know.
Look at that. Too soon to sleep.
Okay, well, I guess the dark is actually early morning, so I guess we're good. I think I actually, now that I think about it, that might just be early morning in the game. Dusk is the best, yeah.
Settings, hold to sprint keyboard, check, uncheck, confirm.
All right.
That's a bug that needs to be
silver ore
taken care of.
We get some silver.
Right. Let me join you.
Well, there's always food and always.
And now your guy has a different voice. Oh, there we go. That's better. That makes so much more sense. Not that we have anything against a female dwarf voice, but we're both guys.
Yeah. By the way, I was asking about the Rise to War and what you like and don't like about the game.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to elaborate on the things which you like about the game first?
The update? Yeah, I would say that I definitely enjoy... I actually think the whole army thing is cool. Like, having 4 commanders. It's kind of like a double thing, because I also am a little bit bummed, because I kind of like the individuality of the commander traits. Like, granted, I know that you have so many now because you have 4 commanders, but... yeah, it's interesting. I definitely liked how it was like just one commander leading a group, but at the same time, I do enjoy the army system. I think it's kind of fun so far. Now, I would like to actually do more PvP with it, because I haven't really done a lot of PvP with the new system, except for in the PvE a little bit. So we will see.
It's interesting that you say that, because I know where you're coming from. At one side, I have a side on me which is trying to resist 2.0, holding on to the old traditions of 1.0. Like, you know, I am used to having just one commander and know exactly who that one commander counters. Whenever we went into PvP, we had this countering mindset. But now, that is pretty much gone, and your outcome of a fight is more left to RNG. What do I mean when I say RNG? So, let me give you an example in 1.0. If you have, let's say, you know that your rival is Gil-galad. You're about to fight a Gil-galad. What do? You get ready with any item or any skill that carries the effect Pursuit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that is how you counter someone in 1.0. But if
now we have all these random formations. Yeah,
and
it's a little bit more
you no
confusing.
longer have 100. Let me don't say 100% control, but at least you had more control in 1.0 when PvPing.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I'm a little worried too. I don't know how the new system's gonna fare with like people who play the game more free, because like I feel like before people could definitely do it. Like, you could be a free-to-play player for a few seasons and then have a decent commander, you know? Like, one commander with full purple, you know, that kind of thing. But I feel like now the fact that it's kind of a similar amount of items, but you have to build 4 commanders from one army, I definitely think it makes it a lot harder for anyone who's free-to-play, which... It's a little bummer, because I always kind of said, people ask me, oh, can you play Res to War free-to-play? And I'm like, well, I think you can to an extent. Obviously, you're not going to be quite as strong, you know, as other people, but you can still have fun and play. Now I'm kind of like worried, like, I don't know if I can recommend that to people as much.
Yeah.
Like,
and what is really bugging me is, like, back in 1.0, I really enjoyed that you could counter just by equipping certain items or selecting certain skills.
Yeah.
The amount of control you had was the game.
Yeah.
I mean, strategic thinking was... It was rewarded. Right now, imagine you have a Gil-galad in the enemy's team. Now imagine you have a commander like Faramir or any other commander who could counter Gil with a pursuit effect in his skills built in.
Yeah.
It's totally left to RNG if your Faramir with pursuit attacks Gil or not. You have no control whatsoever who attacks who. I just strongly dislike the loss of control.
Yeah, it definitely, and it makes it then feel a little bit more like, I don't like this word for using this terminology, but like the whole pay-to-win factor, because you have all those commanders. It's like, again, I like Rise to War. I've even been enjoying this week, just kind of learning the new system, but yeah, it kind of worries me a little bit too with that.
And you know what? I
think you do lose a lot of control.
Because of that very reason, the loss of control, people will punish other people. Like, if you don't have a Gil, lucky me, since I have a Gil, I'm gonna use that against anyone who doesn't have pursuit. The same goes for another effect similar to the strong evading effect of Gil. What else?
Yeah,
comparable like evade is.
And then what are you gonna have, like a full team that can counter it? But there aren't enough commanders that all have pursuit anyway. Yeah.
It's
now,
very
granted,
hard to come by.
One other counter to Gil-galad in the past for me was my Gimli, and because Gimli also has pursuit right on his weapon. So he's a pretty good counter. But even like before I had pursuit, man, I'd still kind of beat up Gil-galad's just because my Gimli was really strong.
I have seen him, mate. Yeah, I have seen him. Yeah, that guy. Didn't you have like his relic item, his unique item, also fully max refined?
Yes, he's the only character I've done that with. And with the new update to Mithril, I was still able to max out his. And I have a little bit left over. So the conversion wasn't unfair. It seems like it's about the same with Mithril, like compared to all of my Mithril before. But I definitely think when it comes to blue Mithril, I probably lost a little bit, like for the lower level. Oh, do you want to build a teleporter? And we'll teleport back to base and dump some of this in a chest, and then...
That makes sense. Let's go.
And then we can, like, delete the teleporter and do that. Keep doing that.
Yeah, so first we need a stone heart, then comes the teleporter.
Yeah, and then we can, perfect. And then we can also do, wait, which one is it? Westgate, right?
Elven Quarter?
You're right. We went, yeah, let's do the Elven Quarter. We'll make that the main base. I was thinking the Westgate just because out of habit. My main base is that my one subscriber, Elvin, says, whaling, blue whales. Talking about Rise to War. It is true. It's true. That's why, again, it's a very niche game. But again, that's something that's a little hard. I'm not fully locked in yet with Rise to War, as in, is it possible for free-to-play players to even play at this point with the new 2.0?
It's very hard for free-to-play.
I don't know. I think it's definitely harder than it was before with this update. And that's kind of disappointing to me because I liked that their system before was like that, but I do like the commander groups. I do think they're very fun. So, and I do have a couple videos I made recently that I'm going to release about it because I made like a 40-minute one on the respect stuff. It's
in 1.0, everything was revolving around.
Oh, it teleported me way out over here. Wonder why.
Oh no, that is another bug.
Yeah, that's a bug, I think.
I had that one too, but that's the reason why I created the map stone out in the open. It seems like I have to place it even more out in the open.
So maybe it has to do something with the Oh, you know what? You think it's because we teleported at the same time? Like from two different map stones?
Not
Could
quite
that
sure.
have something to do with it?
The only thing I know is I'm gonna place it somewhere else with more space.
All right, sounds good.
And food is awaiting you once you return to Mother Base.
Yeah.
Yeah, returning back to our topic. So what was I about to say? I was saying that 1.0 was all about countering certain commanders. You could build anything to counter anyone.
Which is cool. I love that. And granted too, this is the interesting part though. From let's say like if I play Devil's Advocate with Ark, even though we agree on this, what if the fact that it is more randomized in formations helps free to play? Because instead of here's a Gil-galad with full golds, right, and his other units aren't, is there a better chance of you not getting totally annihilated because that Gilgalad can really only help and attack one other formation, right?
Yeah, you got a point there.
So that's a positive for free-to-play, and I think that's what a lot of people are talking about when they're like, oh, it's going to help free-to-play, and I was like, I don't know. But I feel like if you want to have a really strong team, you gotta arm 4 commanders now. Like I still think it's worse than better, personally, but...
Yeah.
So, like, I still agree with your point. I like the fact that you could actually do the work and, like, the mat, like, in your head and figure out how to counter someone, right, with the right commander. So,
yeah,
anyway,
man,
just
that's
another
gone.
thought,
That was
though.
a big part of the game. We enjoyed it so much just to have it crumble around us.
Yeah, which is why I think so many people are so frustrated about it. All right, let's see here.
Yeah. And with the new formation system, I must admit, right now I am diving deep into it, trying to understand.
It's
and
so
in the
much
process,
Yeah.
in the process of understanding who counters what or has the potential of countering, I started feeling a bit of fun, and I'm hesitant in saying so.
I know. I did that too. I am gonna be honest. Me and my brother love Jethros. Jethros is gonna play with me again. So I don't know if you remember Jethros from my videos. Like,
of course,
2 years ago.
I remember Jethros.
I know you,
I was watching you too.
Yeah. Jethros he likes your stuff too. He was like, "Oh, I know who Azra is." When I told him I was gonna
Thank
play
you,
with you
man.
today.
That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Greet him for me, please.
All right. Yeah. I'm sure he'll see this later, but I'll let him know too.
Awesome.
All right. Let's see.
Oh
Yeah,
man, we have
Jethros
so much
is a
wood here.
wonderful supporter of the channel.
Also a smart guy as far as
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can
he
tell.
is. He's quite ingenious when it comes to the Rise Dwarf stuff. So I'm kind of excited he's playing with me again. I had a fun. Me and him were talking about his armor because he's getting back into it with the new 2.0. So I was telling him stuff and things, and
Nice.
I gave him like 10 good informations, and then we got tired, and I told him the right thing, and then an hour later, I told him the wrong thing with his armor with one piece, and he got rid of some of his elven cloaks when we probably shouldn't have. I was like, that's
Oh.
my bad, and we're like, oh. He's like, it's all right, just one item. But
Yeah.
it was, yeah. So anyway, oh yeah, we've been having fun, kind of doing the whole like strategy thing with that game now together. Trying to think how, and like the commander-in-chief is very interesting. The mechanic where the one leader is the main commander. All right, let's go keep mining.
Can you tell me where is the difference between the commander-in-chief compared to the rest?
The commander-in-chief, basically, I've noticed, if he gets wounded and dies, then your army can't do anything anymore. It can't do any more movements. It has to go back to base, kind of thing, or back to the fort or whatever. But the other ones, if they get wounded or die, it's okay. They'll like.
I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, I found that out the other day while I was studying. I spent like 6 hours doing the game yesterday, trying to figure stuff out. Because, I mean, you know, I make videos about it. I don't want to tell people wrong information. So I try to keep up.
And Elvenwood, is it okay that I deposit everything here like this? All the
Oh, yeah,
pallets?
definitely. And then we'll teleport back and we'll keep on mining here. And then I'd love to. We should try to find the orc boss and kill him. Get some diamonds out of that too.
That's a good target for today.
Because this world is definitely like we're just here to collect stuff. All right, let's see here. In fact, I don't know if you want to. We won't mind every little thing we see. Maybe we should go and try to find the boss.
If you lose your way and your torch goes black,
There.
hum-diddy-o-day-o.
Alright.
You can whistle clear and they'll guide you back. Hum-diddy-o-day-o. Hum-diddy-o.
I got a lot of stone with me.
And once you know how the
My
ditty
dwarf is
goes,
singing away.
hum-diddy-o-do, means at the oaken door with the raven crest you can sing for your supper and a good night's rest.
All right, so far in Rise to War, I'm still trying to find out the right formation for my future, you know? I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
Should I go with 4 DPS commanders? Should I go with a mix? That's the question everybody is trying to figure out.
I mean, for me, it was not a super hard decision because you know me. What do you think I'm doing? Dwarves.
Shall I tell you? I'm gonna tell you which comp exactly you're going. All right. And I haven't talked to Zol at all, so this is me doing a wild guess. You will for sure have a Dáin in your formation.
Yeah.
That's 100%. You will have Gimli. I can sign it. And the other two, that's a bit difficult, but I assume that you have Dwalin in it.
Yep.
And your last commander could be Falgin.
Oh,
Is that right?
close. He's actually the
Okay.
other group.
If it's not Falgin, don't tell me it's Ori.
It's not Ori. It is a
thank
dwarf.
God.
It is a dwarf.
Okay. Okay, then it's Thorin.
It's
Can't
Thorin.
be
Yep,
Thorin.
yep.
Yeah.
That's my main group. And they actually work quite well together because most of them are heavy damage dealers, but Dwalin has a super buff for dwarven formations now because they got rid of the Lonely Mountain thing and they gave him some adventurer buff. And he has a buff for 3 formations now, and so does yeah, it's pretty awesome. They're a pretty little awesome group. My other group though, which you were right on the guess, is Falgin, Ori, and Balin. They're in my secondary group, and I threw in
Dwarven units.
I threw in Legolas with them because Legolas has a buff for dwarves, and he's also a damage dealer. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
I just hope that we won't regret our choices in the end, because it's a one-time thing. After the initial 30 days are gone, you can no longer retrieve respect from certain items. So it is a very dangerous phase we are living in.
And
right
also, like, I did the whole thing where I upgraded everything and didn't realize I wasn't refining. So the good news is that forge, that elven forge, even if you've already updated the items, if you've upgraded them, you can go to the elven forge right now for the first 30 days and pull everything out. So I'm so glad they did that, because I literally did all my Garrus and I was like, man, I did way more units, commanders, than I thought I could do, right? Because I did like 16 commanders. I was like, I don't think I had enough armor to do 16 commanders. It's because I didn't refine any of them. So I went and broke apart every piece of armor again, because I'm going to redo it so that I make sure I can refine for at least 2 groups, right? So they're fully done. I was like, whoops. That was a big mistake. I just was tired and I was so focused I didn't even realize I wasn't refining things.
Do you plan on giving your best golden gear, best installed to one commander and also high respect level to only one, or will you balance your gear and respect with 4 commanders?
I've noticed that I have a couple. I'm probably gonna get my respect up decently for all 8 of the 2 groups, and they already are pretty high. But I was looking at the full strength and purple items, dude, and some of the gold items, without any strengthening, are stronger.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm gonna do is that I will. The thing is, though, I can't refine them, right? The refine buff is what buffs the commander, right?
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably having my Gimli maxed with gold, because that's pretty much all I have enough for. And then Dáin will have a couple gold items at like level 3 probably from what I have. And the rest of my dwarves I think are all going to just have maxed out purple that I can refine. And then if I have a couple extra pieces that are gold on a 3rd group, I might just drop a single gold piece on someone just because of the good, decent stats, We'll see. That's kind of what the boat I'm in. I don't know. What do you think you're going to do?
All right. I'm still undecisive when it comes to formation. Like, I have 3 ideas. I've seen 3 ideas looking very nice. The first one is a kind of hybrid composition where I have
Let's keep looking
2
for
to
the
3.
opening.
Yeah. So first idea for a formation is having 3 troop buffing commanders. The first one being Isildur.
Okay.
The second one, Gil-galad, and those 2 commanders go so well with each other. Even their respect 10 items harmonize with each other.
Yeah, it's true.
And while Isildur
Nice,
has
Andrew.
1 defensive buff, he also brings 1 offensive buff for the whole formation.
All right,
That
no
is
crashing, Andrew.
insane. He has both.
I'm glad you're
Then
listening,
Gil
though.
also does the same. 1 defensive buff, being Kingly Kin, with the evade for elven units, That's,
All right,
that's
follow
gonna
me this
help.
way. We're going to go back to...
Yeah. And then he's
Yeah.
also boosting the damage of his units with his R5.
Oh.
So that is for sure. They too harmonize with each other so well. Then, who could be the third commander in that formation? I was thinking about Elrond, since Elrond is also bringing something to the table which that formation yet lacks, being burst damage.
True.
Elrond
We should break this
now-
down and bring it with us.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's take
You know what? Yeah, let's bring... Oh, did I pick it up? There you have it.
also this. So I think if you are running a formation that is relying on troop damage, unit damage, you will need one follow-up commander. In that case, it's going to be Elrond.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you know what's funny? I had a similar conversation with Jethros last night, and I'm sure many of our subscribers who know what we're talking about get that, but I'm sure a lot of people are like, what are they talking about? What? All right, let's see here. Do we have any fragments of metal or repair? We don't have many, do we?
Let me see if I have
Let's see.
something. Yeah, I can give you some.
Yeah, it would be
I just dropped a
repair.
few.
Nice. Also, I don't.
Do you need more?
Nope, that's good. That's perfect. We should probably sleep. Do you see the sound thing at the bottom there? You see it, guys? It's like doing the little red thing. We're gonna like summon the horde. Wait, actually, we might want to summon the horde. It might drop black diamonds.
All right.
Now that I think about
sounds
it.
reasonable.
Yeah, I think we need to go the other way to see if we can find the orc base. So maybe except we probably our characters are gonna get tired. That's the only problem. It's a really bad.
Yeah, let's
debuff.
go to bed then.
Yeah, let's reset real quick.
And where was I? So I was saying that if you decide to run a troop boosting army composition, besides synergy, you definitely want to have one follow-up commander. And for evil side, it's obviously Witch King, but for good side, you have a few options like Elrond if you go with Elven units. And what Gandalf the Grey now does is he has follow-up, but only for his own units. Unlike
interesting.
Elrond is giving you follow-up for himself and also one additional formation.
Yeah, and I was happy to find out, like, you know, the buffs now you get, like, Sharp Blade for having a set of armor. I was happy to find out that Sharp Blade does indeed add to the commander and the units. So it definitely looks like the masterwork I'm using definitely digs out more still, but yours is obviously faster, it looks like, and obviously you can get higher level stuff probably.
Ah, that's the difference.
Because see, this one, because it's two-handed, it does like a bigger area. But let's hit this thing with yours. See how fast you dig through this coal. Yeah, see, you dig through so fast. Yeah. So maybe you just a higher level of, and it's a single hand, which makes it kind of better because you can hold a torch. See, because that's the problem. If you can't hold a torch down in that dark area, that's kind of a scary predicament. All right, we gotta find this.
Coming back to the formation thingy, I'm still lacking one commander, which I would like to finish.
What's up, Reply? Welcome.
So here is
Ripple.
where I have problems.
I did it again.
I'm not quite sure who could be a perfect fit, you know, with Elrond, Isildur, and Gil-galad. The fourth commander could be either Galadriel, because Galadriel is bringing something to the table we still yet lack in that comp, being elemental damage, right? She does.
She does a lot. Dude, do you know? I don't know if you saw, but you know how the King of the Dead actually looks like he's going to be a good character, and Jethro's really excited because he always felt like he wanted to play King of the Dead more, but like it was really hard to get Oathbreakers. But he now he buffs regular units now too. Even though he still has a dead buff too, obviously. But his item, dude, do you know how much damage, focus damage, his item does on round 1 if you max out refine his ring, his special item?
Right.
It does 1,200 focus damage now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of insane.
I underestimated that.
Yeah, so he got some crazy updates with that. Granted, it's only one formation he hits. But, I mean, that's a lot of... If you don't have good defenses on that formation is a gonzo.
I'm going to look further into
the orcs.
I totally
we found
forgot about... Oh.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Sorry, what were we going to say?
I totally underestimated the King of the Dead's relic, or we now call it relic, no longer
Yes,
unique.
yes, relic. Yeah, yeah.
So
Hello, we're here.
Orcs! Don't brutalize them.
Do you want to build a hearth right here on the teleporter, just so when we're done we could?
Yeah.
Oh, look it, they're hopping out. They're hopping out of the works. I'm over here just trying to honor goblins. I mean, not goblins, honor the dwarf.
Knock this one dead.
All right, I brought my halberd here to AoE. All right,
Yeah,
we're gonna destroy these guys. You guys ready?
Napstone created.
Oh wait, I should be using.
So I was saying that I'm not quite sure for my last commander. So we just mentioned Galadriel being a good choice. She is coming up with something we lacked, being elemental damage, but also she has healing, quite nice healing. Also synergizing with elven units.
Yeah,
And she also has one element of surprise, being, was it 50% chance to cast Madness? And that is also not to be underestimated.
yeah. True.
So 3 things: elemental damage, being focused, Madness, bringing a bit of chaos, and strong healing. So
Yeah.
how are you supposed to counter all of that?
I know. I was sad because I don't know if you watched any of my recent videos later, but I was like, I really want to use Galadriel, but I just don't have enough items.
Yeah.
So I just
I've neglected the Galadriel for the longest time, but now it looks like the time for her to shine.
yeah. I think
has
we'll go
come.
ahead and. I'm debating on if we should break these. Probably not. Let's just go get the boss.
Yeah.
All right. So time to beat a boss. We're so strong,
also-
dude.
The Respect 10 item of Galadriel is very universal. It's
Oh,
not
really?
locked-
I didn't look at it much yet.
Yeah. But anyway, now who else could be a fine addition to that team? Let's replace Galadriel. Maybe something else that Gil-galad, Isildur, and Elrond lacks.
Yeah.
They are troop boosting commanders. So I was thinking, maybe
Where's the boss?
Dáin can fit into that comp since he is the high commander damage guy.
Oh yeah. He also has a dude. King Under the Mountain hits like 3 formations, dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
And you don't really need to have dwarven units with Dáin, right? I think as long as you have
No.
something tanky, it works.
Yeah, so Lord of the Iron Hills got a great update because of that. Yeah, you don't actually have to have it. They still, you miss out at the level 5 buff. I think it's like defense for dwarves or something. But the other ones still all help if you use that one. But you don't even need to use that one. You can just use the other ones. Because obviously the way they did it, you can't fully upgrade, right, all 4 usually. I mean, you might be able to if you're maxed. I got lots of goblins and orcs here.
I'm coming.
They're all over.
I'm coming.
I'm kind of messing them
So
up.
yeah, Dáin is my second thought there. Not quite sure. We need to see some reports of everybody. And
Yeah.
the last option could be Gimli. Because Gimli has something that Dáin lacks, being the pursuit, right?
Yeah, if you have a special weapon, yeah, correct.
And what do you think? Will Gil-galad be strongly present in the new meta? I think he will, because
I
Evade will
think
always
so.
reliable.
Yeah, and he can hit the fact that he can still buff 3 formations, and I think he buffs all elven formations, doesn't he? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, sweet. Here's some black diamonds. Ha ha ha.
So, going with that mindset into 2.0, you should always have something ready to counter evade, that's for sure.
Yeah. Can your
Gimli.
can you break these open with your special axe, your pickaxe?
Let's see.
I'm curious.
Nope.
Gosh,
just
man.
says 5
Yeah, I don't know
damage.
what breaks these open. I've been curious forever. I mean, maybe we hit this thing enough it'll break. I don't know.
I mean, you can just jump over this one.
Oh, that's true. I didn't realize you could just jump over the fence. That's so funny. I guess that other one's gonna be kind of hard to get in though. All right, so the boss has got to be like right here because if we beat up the boss, we can do that as kind of our like we can get a bunch of gems to bring back. Oh, there's a lot of hero tokens in here. I didn't realize. That's crazy. All right, sweet. Let's go this way. And the boss is probably down here. It seems like these certain areas are kind of similar. They always do that. And then the little spots are all randomized. Okay, boss time, everybody. You guys ready?
Hello there.
He's like, come and get me.
Come and jump into the charged up Matic. Hey, that one is smart. He isn't jumping.
In fact, you know what? I'll bring out my halberd for killing goblins.
It will never be yours again.
Oh man, they're everywhere. They're spawning everywhere. Come down and fight, you.
Oh my goodness, I'm dead. I
Oh wow.
underestimated that they pretty much two-hit you.
Oh wow. Well,
Uh-oh.
wait, can you could respawn and then go to the teleporter right there, right? That we put down?
Or, yeah, I can. Let me do that.
Yeah, because I think it'll be faster. Because I could try to bring you up, but it's gonna be
No,
challenging.
that's impossible. Not with so many orcs surrounding
Yeah.
me.
All right. Oh, block.
Damn.
Oh,
I
wow.
got two-hitted.
I thought that was you. That goblin ran up behind me. It's like that's not Azra. That's a goblin.
Oh, teleport. Yeah, teleport.
All right. Whoa.
Where is? I'm pretty sure that I crafted a map stone. Why isn't it?
Oh no! You don't. I forget. Do you have to click on the map stone to learn it after you craft it?
Oh no.
Oh no! That might
That's
be
the
what it
mistake.
is.
Okay.
All right. Well,
we know.
I could reset the boss and just run, but I'm
running.
doing okay actually because just getting his ads. Dude, this halberd is awesome for killing goblins. Oh my gosh. All right.
Oops, that's the wrong
I
direction.
think I killed the ads, so let's see if I can take on the... Where is he? Where are you? Show yourself. Bonk. There he is. Alright, he's not taking much damage from the halberd. Does he take more from the sword?
By the way, when you created your dwarf,
Yeah.
which origin did you choose? Like, are you from Erebor? From the Iron
I
Hill?
think I did Erebor just because that's the lore of Zollin, my character, from his, like, my fan fiction. I kind of just kept to that.
That's funny because I went with the Lonely Mountain as
Yeah.
well. That's Erebor,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, correct.
Just because of the outfit, the standard outfit you received.
Oh, yeah, it looks cool.
It looked the best. And I think the second best was the Glittering Caves, Gimli.
Yeah, his land, yeah. Which is behind Helm's Deep, which is kind of cool.
I didn't know
Oh.
that. Wow.
Yeah, so the Glittering Caves are they show it in the movie. You remember when the women and children are hiding it behind Helm's Deep? Oh wow, I
Oh,
just
that's the place?
Yep,
Wow.
that's the Glittering Caves. I just got hit in the head and did a backflip like 4 times on the ground. That was crazy.
We've got even bigger issues since close to the map stone, the orcs respawned.
Uh-oh. All right, well, maybe we should have killed it. I'm running away from him just so maybe it'll reset. Oh,
Don't run that way. They're coming from that way too.
oh all right.
No.
Keep running.
Are we cornered?
No, I think we're good because all of them are right here chasing me, so. Wow, they don't give up, dude. The boss does not respawn. That's crazy.
All right. They want to know
All
it
right.
the hard way.
Yeah. We'll beat him, guys. We'll beat him. Okay, there's enough gems right here, though, on the ground. Well, good. Now you have some time to grab your stuff.
Let's go.
And
Let's go.
I can eat some llama spread. My armor is spent, though. It's already broken.
What happened with my armor?
There we go. Oh, weird. It didn't put it back on?
Okay, now.
Oh,
I have
did
to
you pick
manually
it?
equip.
Did you pick anything up? Sometimes I notice if you pick stuff up, it'll glitch out when it reapplies
Dude.
things.
Why? Only now did I receive the armor from my armor? Do you know what I mean?
What?
Like, I equipped my armor, but I only had the appearance of it, not the death stat of my armor.
What?
Only now, after
That's so weird.
re-equipping it, I finally received the def. Like the blue
Oh.
the blue stat. The blue armor stat.
Oh, weird. That's weird. Maybe that's because we changed worlds. Okay, we might have to go to him. Or we could just steal his loot. I don't think it'll let us though, because he has the key, right? Oh wait! Oh my gosh, his loot. It's letting me steal it. Steal the loot, quick!
Just like that.
Just like that, we outwitted the orc.
Wow.
Except he's
But-
waiting for us at the door. Maybe he's just like, I know they have to come back through here.
Let's get all of the items here.
I know, yeah, exactly.
You did
At
a good
least-
job in killing them.
Yeah,
Without me.
I killed a good chunk.
There is also a lot of ore veins here. Shall we extract?
There is.
We can.
Should we go back and kill the leader though here? Oh, here he is. Oh, he's not
All right,
happy.
let's first kill and then extract the
He's
ore.
not happy, but
Yeah.
look at him. He's like, "What do you
Bring
mean you
him-
have
bring-
my treasure?"
I need a better weapon for this.
Oh my gosh, dude, your weapon does so much damage to him. Oh! Wow, 277 damage, huh?
That is
Yeah.
the Matic of the Iron Hills with Retaliate.
That's pretty awesome. All right, well, so ends the boss. We are definitely out-leveled to beat the boss. Do you want to put down another teleporter here, or go grab the other one and we can bring it here so we can mine and bring this back? Here, I can go grab
there's-
it.
I'm gonna mine
see here.
meanwhile.
Yeah, I'm already happy, dude. I've already got like six or seven black diamonds. It's perfect. I need that for my solo world.
And back to the topic of formations. So we just covered the troop boosting composition with Gil, Isildur, Elrond, and then
Yeah.
I have one more idea. So of course your idea is also in my head, you know, with full damage dealing commanders and dwarves.
Yeah.
I like that one too. The third idea is revolving around man-mounted units. We have
Oh.
Theoden, we have Imrahil, we have Eomer,
That's- Yeah.
and
yeah.
you
yeah.
wanna guess? You wanna
And
guess the
Eowyn?
last one? That could be an option, but I think
Because they all have
Isildur-
Rider the Rohirrim that stacks, which is crazy for three formations.
Indeed, but I still think Isildur's buffs are superior to Eowyn.
Oh, yeah, that's
And,
true.
and remember, he has follow-up 50% at
Oh.
respect 3.
How is it for? How many formations is it for?
It's just for his own. But
Oh,
it's
okay,
a very
okay.
high chance, 50%.
Oh, and they reduced a lot of their chances, so that's really good.
It counts for man and evil man.
That's
so imagine
pretty
if you
cool.
have cataphracts who could follow up on each round with a likelihood of 50%.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that's super good. Dang.
So now we need people.
But yeah,
with best in
Imrahil
slot
is
gear.
so much better than he was originally.
Finally.
I really liked Imrahil as a character, and I got all into him. I got him like respect 8 and like had gear on him. And I was so depressed when him and his army was doing no damage in the previous version of the game.
Yeah. that
Like, and
was a
I
pity.
tried everything to make him work.
Yeah, me too, mate. I even tried to retaliate build with him, but the
Yeah.
return of investment wasn't worth it.
No, and it's so sad. Poor Frodo and Sam, they're still not good. I looked at what they did, and I was like, these guys still aren't gonna be. Oh, I'm about to die. I might be dead.
You're dying, but
Yep.
why? What's happening? Too many orcs? Why didn't
Remember
you
all
call me?
the orcs they're killing me. They're killing. Oh,
I'm coming.
oh my gosh!
Bring
Did they
them to
buff
me,
these
brother.
things? Did they buff these things speed, dude? Oh my gosh! I'm just gonna run this
Not
way.
sure about the speed, but they do hit very strong.
Oh gosh, as she narrows at me. Oh!
I'm coming.
I know. I had to run the other way though. They cut me off.
Ever wonder what sunlight feels like?
Oh, they stopped chasing me. I'm good. Oh my gosh, my health bar was like, you know how your health bar is just not there?
That bad.
That low. Yeah, it's just like non-existent health bar. Okay, I'm going back.
And while you are fighting for your life,
Oh,
I'm
here
just
they are.
mining Here.
Got him. Woo! All right. I'm back at our little camp here. So I'm gonna just teleport back to our little camp at the Elven Quarters real quick, and I'll be right back. You got it in the end. Yes, we got it in the end. My one subscriber's like, well, remember, if Galadriel falls in battle and rises to war, she could just swim back home. Okay. Oh, the Ring of Power jokes.
Ooh.
Well, what do you think? We finish mining up this area, and then we'll call it here in maybe 15 minutes or so. Does that sound good? Or
That's a sound plan, mate. Usually I only stream for 2 hours, so I'm already getting a bit tired.
Yeah, I usually aim for 2 hours too. I just feel like that's a good amount of time for us and the viewers.
Totally.
All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh, I hear goblins screaming over here. They're like, "Ah!" So I think that maybe me and you come over here and we kind of split up the loot here so we can bring some stuff back to our bases, the important stuff.
On my way.
Yeah, I guess just leave that teleporter there that you had there by the front and.
But didn't you take the teleporter with you?
No, I did not. I teleported back to the Elven camp with it.
Oh, then it's fine. As long as it stands there, we have a way back.
Yeah, and I don't think the orcs will attack it if you're not there, because I think the game freezes the areas that you're not playing. I believe. I'm not actually totally sure on that, but just a guess. All right, so what we can bring back is I think we should bring back. You obviously, I probably need to bring some ores back with you, like iron and stuff, right, for setting up your new place later. So I just need probably how many? Let's see, how many black diamonds do we actually get here? Because you obviously need to leave with as many as you had. Because did you have 29 or something to start with?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I have 30 right now, so I look pretty fine.
Oh, okay. All right. I have 6 in my inventory here, so that'll be perfect for what I need. Let's see here. What should we... I'm going to leave the stone here. I'm going to take the things that are important here. What do you need to build up your area here? We can split this up.
See. I mean, some iron wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably take this whole pile, right? That you put over here. Oh, that's copper. Let's see. I had iron with me. Where did I put it?
Silver iron.
Oh, here. There's iron in this one. This middle one. You should take a couple stacks of iron, because I don't need it at all in my world. So, and then we'll take that, and then I might take a little of the silver here. Ooh. Sweet. We did it. we got some good resources, and I'll obviously leave this world up, so if we ever want to mine on this world again in a group thing or whatever, I'll kind of keep it as the mining world. I'll probably just rename it the mining world.
I would really love it to play with you again. Maybe even more guests next time. I'm open to ideas.
Oh yeah, this is fun. Yeah, we could definitely get some more people together. I've been invited to a couple other groups. Obviously, I can't really invite people to those groups. But for my groups here with ours, I definitely would like it if we could get some more on. So I think maybe we could do another day, possibly a Saturday in the future. Where, of course, Saturday just kind of is hard, right? We were busy, but just so we can get some of maybe my Patreon to join us, or some more just subscribers, or some of your subscribers, that kind of thing. Whatever.
Yeah, we are open to that idea.
Yeah, I think that would be fun too. Or get some, get Jethros on here. Jethros hasn't played this game yet, so but that would be fun.
I would love to meet them. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty fun. Let me split up this. So I'm not gonna bring. Let's see. What we don't need the wood. We don't need that. I'll take the gems.
I'm gonna further enhance the walls here. We have Iraz granite.
Did you get some of this iron already?
I got 2 bars, so...
Oh,
if
okay,
you're-
okay. I just want to make sure you have what you need too from this, because we worked hard to get this stuff. We should all get some.
I'm now enhancing our door. Let's go with the new one. We have the granite thingy.
Oh, nice, nice. I don't think I need these hero tokens, so I'm gonna leave these here. I think I'd rather bring the meat. Let's see. Oh, I don't need that. I can bring that instead. All right, cool. Now we don't have any other. We didn't leave any other things around, did we? In other chests? I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna go check the front door real quick. The west gate.
Yeah, that
just
one.
to see if we left anything that like was kind of important we should bring back. It's going pretty good. And my one subscriber's asking how we're doing. It's going pretty good. I think we're gonna probably finish up here in a few minutes because we've been going for about 2.5 hours. But yeah, I don't think we really left much here at the gate. I'm looking. Well, there's a little bit. Oh, you know what? I kind of want to take these cranberries, dude. Those things are kind of hard to find sometimes, I feel like. Yeah, I think we got a pretty good haul here. This is pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, there was some more metals here, some hides, and that we did have a little bit more at the front gate here, but it wasn't a whole lot.
I'm just fortifying our base before we say goodbye. I want this to be as safe as possible.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I'll tell my one subscriber, Robert did a super chat, the $2 super chats, and my new lights. I have lights that light up the helmets now, right up here. It lit up the whole color. It's pretty cool. At the beginning, so I have that finally set up because I know that my one subscriber at Patreon, Robert, was the one who was saying, he's like, you got to get lights that like light up. It's like, all right, I'll figure it out. Oh, I guess that's all the fragments we have here. Okay, I'm gonna pop back over to our fort, the Elven quarters. I know. I'm sorry. My subscriber's like, oh, I just got here. No.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Being left out.
I know. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate it. Let's see. They should change here in a second. That was nice. And my one patron did a super chat. He's like, I want to see the lights change. Now here's the moment of truth. They better change. It's a little bit of a delay though. It's like 20 seconds I noticed with it's just the signal. Waiting for it. Wait for it. Any second now. Oh, there it goes. And they're blinking. They're blinking. Woohoo!
I'm gonna watch
cool.
it too. After the stream, I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
watch
have to check it out. It's pretty cool. It looks really cool. The gold. By the way, the yellow one is actually like a gold that YouTube uses for the chat thing because I found out the colors. And now look, they'll stay gold. And by the way, I can make them brighter. So I could do it really bright, but I the 50% looks a little bit more balanced. But yeah, and also I just realized the window is letting light in, which is making it harder to see. One sec.
Okay, now we have granite doors. Upgrade finished. And the torches. Final torch.
There we go.
Also placed. We have a cozy home.
Pretty cool. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, see, you can see there's actually a strip of lights up there now. And it lights up all the helmets and the map. And this light changes too now, and the one down here also changes. So it's all we get all gold too. Which is kinda cool.
Buddy,
see?
I just wanted to say once more, thank you for the opportunity to play with you. You know, that's
absolutely.
not
I'm
something
so
I
glad.
take for granted.
Yeah, I'm glad you said something.
It's been fun. It's been really fun playing with you. You're such a master when it comes to Lord of the Rings lore.
Oh, thanks.
Generally speaking, a very passionate and genuine fan of this franchise. I really appreciate it.
I feel very blessed to have a great community and be able to do Lord of the Rings now. And now that I've started my channel kind of full time, it's been really, really fun. So,
yeah.
But
I wish you so much success in the years to come.
Yes.
You're doing a great job.
And I love your Rise to War videos too. So
thank you, mate.
Yeah. So thanks so much. This has been so fun, bro. I appreciate hanging out.
And by the way, guys, if you haven't visited yet Zollin's or Voice of the Rings YouTube channel yet, go check him out. I have left the link in the description below. He is such a lovely guy. I love his content, and so will you. And with that being said, I'm going to just finish the stream. Until next time, guys.
Yeah. All right. And the same thing.
I have
for my
officially finished it.
Nice. And for my wonderful everyone watching still, guys, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate it. You got to check out Azra's channel as well. Again, it's in the description, and I linked it in the live chat at the beginning too. He makes some really awesome videos. You cover quite a few things, right? Because I actually was looking at your channel the other day too. You don't just do Rise to War, right?
Lately, I have trying out new games like Diablo 2 and then Pokemon Infinite Fusion. But I think if it comes to long-form content, it's going to be either Diablo 2 or 2.0. Or 2.0, cool. I don't know yet.
And on your tag on YouTube is follow Azra, right? I think?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Well, yeah, thank you so much for playing with me. I really appreciate it. And I'll just end up my... Thank you, everyone, for watching. Appreciate the super chat, by the way, Andrew and Robert. And I'll see you guys all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. And, of course, thank you to my Patreons for their support, too. Andrew's on there now. It's been updated. All right, guys. I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings and live streams. Barukazar Kuzar I Menu.